The 1997 Australian Football League Grand Final, played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on September the 27th, 1997, between St Kilda and Adelaide. The teams: St Kilda, backs, Cripps, Shanahan, Peckett. Half-backs: Hudson, Wakelin, Sizzler. Centres: Jones, Brown, Winmar. Half-forwards: Daniels, Lowe, Lappin. Forwards: Hall, Heatley, Thompson. Rucks: Cook and Harvey. Burke. Interchange: Sierakowski, Keogh and Neal. Adelaide, backs: Hart, Smart, Johnson. Half-backs: McLeod, Caven, Goodwin. Centres: Connell, Jarman, Sampson. Half-forwards: Allen, Robin, Rintoul. Forwards: Jamison, Wren, Bond. Rucks: Pittman, Costa, Beckley. Interchange: Edwards, James, Keating. There were no changes in the selected sides. Attendance 99,645. Weather: overcast but fine throughout the entire game, hardly any wind. Umpires: Hayden Kennedy, Mark Nash and Brian Sheehan. The Norm Smith Medal for Best on Ground was won by Andrew McLeod of Adelaide. The Reserves Grand Final saw Richmond 17-12 defeat Hawthorn 10-10.
Pittman to centre half back. Who's at centre half back, Rankers? Pittman on low. Pittman on low at centre half back and centre half forward. A shocking centre bounce. Jarman knocks it up towards half forward for the Crows. The ball comes to Keogh. Gets a hand pass across to Burke. Burke kicks up towards the half forward line to Lappin, who's marked between wing and half forward for the Saints. Plays on quickly. The lead from Lowe. He's got the front position. Looks for a free kick with a stage, maybe. In goes Johnson. Gets a high tackle from Lowe. No free kick. Johnson's hand pass to Hart. Kicks around the wing. And the mark is taken by Bond of the Adelaide Crows.
Johnson was with Harvey at the centre bounce. Now short kick finds Robram, who marks below the members, and his father Barry is probably sitting there among the ground level crowd. He kicks into centre half forward inside 50. Shanahan outmanoeuvres Allen. Shocking hand pass. Puts Hudson under the hammer. Bickley makes it tough for him, and eventually the St Kilda defence has to concede to the derision of the Crows supporters, and there must be a few because their booing echoed around the MCG. We are a minute in. The first score is a rush behind to Adelaide. Adelaide 1, St Kilda 0.
Thompson picking up Jarman. Now Pickett beneath the big scoreboard at the MCG. To try and find someone to kick it to. Daniels gives him space out towards the cricketers. Go for Daniels, and he just gets it. No, Rintoul. Good spoil late. I thought Daniels marked it. Rintoul came from the side and punched the ball away. He gets a high five there from Matty Connell. Adelaide Crows one behind. The Saints yet to score. 2 minutes grand final. Right forward pocket for Adelaide Crows. Smart brings it to the front. Connell tries to get a boot to it. Goes to ground. The ball hand passing towards the goal square. Punched away by Zilla. Out towards centre half back. Picked up by Costa. Maybe the first goal of the grand final. No. It's tight. Conversation between the goal and boundary, and the goal says it was on my side and are behind the Adelaide Crows. They're two behind St Kilda yet to score.
Beckett to put it back into play. Saints under early pressure and just making a couple of errors in the heat of the moment. He goes for Daniels, who can't mark it. He's surrounded, mopped up by Jarman. The assassin goes for goal and hits the post. And the Crows have started as they did last week with a flurry of behinds. They've kicked 3 of them. One of them rushed, admittedly. In the first 140 seconds of the grand final, St Kilda under early siege, Crackers.
Yes, they're under a bit of pressure. The first final they've been a long time, and they are under pressure.
Now Pickett kicks to himself, runs around the man on the mark, runs to half-back. Allen brings him down. He's forced a hand pass. The ball might be taken away by a Saints player. No, it will eventually. And it goes back to Pickett, so he makes amends for some sloppy work, kicking in defence. And in the middle, the mark has been taken by McLeod. He plays on, marked by Robram, gets the hand pass to Jarman on the run. He eats these normally, but it's grand final day, and he doesn't eat this one. It's out to the right and through for a behind. A replica of last week, really, for the Adelaide Crows. Adelaide 4 behinds in 3 minutes, and the Saints Well, yet to go past probably half-forward flank.
Barmy, too early to say this looks dangerous for the Saints.
Oh, I think Adelaide have certainly started very well. They started very positively. They're putting a lot of pressure on the kickoffs, and they've got the ball back every time, which is and they've nearly got it now. It's a terrific
Pickett
mark.
goes long, and Cook takes a fine mark in front of the flying Smart. Feeds off a hand pass, and the Saints are away. It's pumped in towards half-forward, but McLeod, hovering across half-back, takes the mark for Adelaide defensive 50. To ease the pressure and hopefully for them turn defence straight into attack. He goes shortish to Smart, who marks between half-back and centre. Crows 4 behind St Kilda. Haven't looked like scoring, not quite 4 minutes. Kick wide, Pittman out bodies low, then knocks the ball on, but Burke comes across the line of it and does well. Feeds on a hand pass to the Brownlow medalist. Harvey chips to big Bazza Hall, who feeds a hand pass to Burke out near the boundary. 4 to the wing. The Saints on the build now. Into half-forward. Big leap from Cook. Dropped the mark. At the full, McLeod knocking up. Hand pass to Johnson, who chips for Jamison. There to make the spoil. Heatley does well. Down to Winmar. Lines it up. Kicks and misses from 40 metres. What a moment that would have been, given his tragedy of the last 24 hours with the death of his father, but he doesn't kick the first goal of the grand final. It's 4 behinds to 1 after 4.5 minutes.
It's actually a great effort by Heatley. He was really out of position there. He put himself back in and created that spill against Jamison. Should have been an easy touch. But it's enormous pressure on both sides, but they both seem to start very positively, so it's too hard to predict who's handling it better at the minute.
A lot of mistakes so far.
5 minutes in the first term. Kick in by Jamison. Tommy's saying a lot of mistakes so far.
Well, Cook just spoiled Heatley for a simple mark. Pickett's made 4 bad mistakes in his kick-out.
Kick in by Jamison. Up goes Pittman. Punches the ball away from Cook. It goes to Hart. Gets a hand pass to Wren. He needs a handle for the ball, but he can't pick it up. Late harassment from the Brownlow medalist. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Mike Noonan, a quick word from you.
Yes, Pittman started on low, which is, I think, one interesting thing. And Ellen at full forward. I don't think any South Australian would have picked Ellen starting.
From the boundary throw in, it's knocked in by Wren up towards the centre of the ground. Players over the top. Right in the AFL crest, which was directly below us, and there'll be a ball up. Adelaide 4 behinds 4 points. St Kilda 1 behind 1 point. 5.5 minutes. Yes, Ellen starting at full forward for the Crows. Now from the ball up. On the wing, up goes Wren, knocks it sideways, out towards Hart. In goes Thompson. It's picked up by Daniels, gets a hand pass to Burke of St Kilda. Hands to Lappin, by hands to Burke. Burke kicks it towards half forward. It's on the bounce. Pittman is there. Lurking is low through the pack. Hand pass to Heatley. Heatley has a shot for goal. Well, wait a minute. It might be the first goal of the grand final. It is to the Saints. Kicked by Jason Heatley. Good work by Stewie Lowe. St Kilda 1-1-7, Adelaide 4 behinds 4 points.
Effectively with Robran. The Saints, after a couple of minutes of early crisis, have the first goal to steady those nerves. 1-1 to 4 behinds. 6.5 minutes into the grand final. At the ball up, Cook does well against Wren. Down towards Thompson. Jarman gets his body over the ball low and wins a free kick. And has had a bit of it early, so he is in the game. And that's a good sign for Adelaide. From just behind the centre circle, Jarman to put them into attack with his rapier-like kicking, always dangerous, but this is bad. And Aussie Jones, backing down from the wing, is able to take an uncontested mark for the Saints. 4 to the 50 over on the southern half-back flank. St Kilda going to the punt road end. Jones kicks for length. Here comes Hall, third in line. Flew but couldn't mark. Harvey dangerous when it hits the ground. Feeds on a hand pass. Finds a target in Keogh. Chips in board. Hall marks on his chest and plays on. Runs in towards half forward and hits Heatley with a perfect pass. 45 out. Just off directly in front. And he has been kicking these with ruthless efficiency. So a chance for him to have 2 in 8 minutes and the Saints to have an early break.
Johnson picking up Harvey. Thompson picking up Jarman.
Barry Hall's feeling good, I tell you what. Last week he ate his car. And he's ready to go today, I'm telling you.
That wasn't even the main course. Now Heatley lines them up. This time it's a set shot. He's very good at them, but this is the grand final. In he comes. Will kick from right on the 50. About 49. On its way. Lovely looking kick. Out near the right goal post. The crowd like it. Goal. Jason Heatley has come from obscurity at the West Coast Eagles. He's kicked the first 2 of the grand final. The punters will have done well on that. 2-1-13 to 4 behinds after 8 minutes. Tommy Hafey.
Yes, well, he looks a real class player, and he's going to cause a bit of trouble. May mean that Nigel Smart may have to go down, more or less take away what they did have at the start of the game, because so far, well, St Kilda's been able to get the ball to him with a hand pass and also with a lovely little pass, which I guess no full-back could have been able to cut off.
The Saints 2 goals in 2 minutes. They lead 13 points to 4 from the centre bounce. It comes down and taken away by Costa, who kicks the ball up towards half forward, and diving mark has been taken by Ellen about 45 metres out from goal, coming out in front of Jamie Shanahan. He's just a few degrees off dead centre, kicking to the main scoreboard end.
This is the crucial kick, isn't it? Without the, not always the full forward, but the real full forwards like Heatley will kick these, and that's what keeps them in the game.
He's kicked 14 league goals in 45 games. That's a surprise at full forward.
From 45 metres, he has kicked another one. Added to that, straight through the middle, a beautifully weighted kick. And the Crows get a quick reply after the Saints got 2 in 2. St Kilda 2-1-13, Adelaide 1-4-10. David.
Costa comes through.
3 points, St Kilda's lead at the bounce. Cook gets a run here and beats Wren. Good clean tap. Who can run onto it? Thompson does. Breaks away. End of the square. Kicks long. Low getting back. Can't get there to take the mark. It's out near the behind post and through for a minor score. 2-2 to 1-4. The Saints lead by 4 points. Just over 10 minutes now into the 97 grand final.
Mike Noonan, comment from you.
Yes, that's the sort of movement out of the centre you get when both teams are looking very positively about getting the ball clear and very quickly.
Jemison goes short, marked by Caven at centre half back. Now the big kick out towards the southern wing. Out there is Jones, the 2 fights, and Costa. Jones wins, although Costa applied a late tackle. The ball goes out towards the boundary. In goes Hawless and Kilda. Gets the hard ball. Jones got up after falling down, accepts the hand pass, runs up towards 50, in front of Bay 13. Goes long from the pocket, but it's a bad kick because the goal umpire going out to his left very quickly, and it just sneaks in for a behind. 11 minutes in the grand final, plenty of scoring. In fact, we've had a score a minute, really. 2-3-15 St Kilda, Adelaide 1-4-10.
Sun shining on the MCG, but there is some dark cloud building up in the weather quarter. The forecasters might be right. The kick in is good and finds Goodwin. Out near where he kicked that great goal for Adelaide late in the match against the Dogs last week. He comes inside to Caven. Hand pass to Hart. Running through half-back. Kicking towards Pittman on the members' wing. Low with the flight of the ball. Pulls him down. Must be a free kick. Umpire Sheehan doesn't miss. Free kick to Pittman. Hand pass to McLeod, who goes for Bond on the lead and taking the mark. Down below the members, a long way out on the flank. 70 metres from goal. Ellen starts to go and then doubles back. Tries again. Shanahan wearing him closely. Troy Bond, who missed Carlton's lineup in the 95 grand final, lands at 20 metres out. Cook does well against Wren, out-bustled him, and then belted the ball out to the boundary for a throw-in in the right forward pocket. And Crackers, he's made a pretty good start.
Yeah, he's going pretty well at the moment. Reasonably happy with what he's doing. That's what he was told to do, and he's doing what he's supposed to. Body him all
Right
day.
forward pocket, City end. Boundary throw in, 30 out from the Crows' goal. Wren knocks it to centre half forward. In comes Johnson, although putting his body in front of Shanahan, and just fends Johnson away with one hand and taps the ball over for a rush behind with the other. Neil Barnes, St Kilda 2-3, Adelaide 1-5.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether St Kilda have settled down with their kickoffs, but certainly Adelaide's zone defence here is working very well. They can't find anywhere to go, St Kilda.
Peckett puts it into play with a low kick towards the 50. Jones comes out of it with a free. And the kick in is not working too well for the Saints as he was putting Jones under great pressure. It was a half-distance kick. Jones comes across ground to Hudson, who's in the clear and can't mess this up. Still inside the 50, he might mess it up. He tried to get around Ellen and couldn't. Hand passes over the top to Shanahan, who swings a left footer beyond the centre line. In good position, Caven, bad bounce. Hall takes it away, goes towards Heatley's lead. Too far for him. He has to double back. Hart, hand pass smothered by Heatley. Heatley and Winmar in a 2-on-2, trying to prize it away from the Adelaide defence, but can't. There'll be a throw-in about 5 metres out from St Kilda's left behind post. 13 minutes in, the Saints 2-3-15, the Crows 1-5-11.
At the Punt Road end, the Saints lead by 4 points. Up in ruck will be Low. Pittman there too. Lurking is Lappin for the crumbs. Let's see which way it goes. Wren comes from the back and punches the ball some 10 or 15 metres further down the field, and there'll be a throw-in. 35 out from St Kilda's goal. Left forward pocket at the Punt Road end. St Kilda 2-3. Adelaide 1-5. A good opening to the grand final. It looks like it's going to be a close one. Boundary throw in, Low in, Ruck. The ball goes to Low. He kept it, kicks it towards the forward pocket. Now out comes Jamieson, held, and will take a free kick against Heatley. Jamieson held in the back pocket and will take the free kick in that position for the Crows. He'll come around the northern or members side from that Punt Road goal, one would imagine. Yes, he's looking for a target. Pittman is the target. He goes back off the mark to get a bit more forward momentum with the kick. And he kicks the ball well outside 50. Up they go. No one can mark. Johnson knocks the ball out. It's taken there by Cook. He's on the ground for the Saints. Knocks it inside 50, but hard there for the Crows. Delays his kick, gets around Thompson, but Thompson that tackles him. Scrubbiel kicked the half-back, picked up by Nathan Burke, kicks the ball back in towards the pocket. The ball takes a prodigious off-break to favour St Kilda. It goes to Thompson, hand pass to Harvey, trickle toes, he's collared, gets the hand pass to Lappin. Oh, he's mown down by Jarman. Good, strong, tough grand final footy. Lappin's gone down, front on tackle there from Jarman. It looked pretty legal. It was tough.
It was high.
Was it a bit high, was it, Craig?
Very high. Just put his head back on.
2-3, Adelaide 1-5. A ball up 30 out from the Saints' goal. Pittman in ruck and Low, comes off the fingers of Low, and it's gone over for yet another boundary throw-in.
Thrilling opening here, and a real sense that this grand final is wide open. St Kilda by 4 points, 15 minutes in. Throw in about 30 metres around Low and Pittman. Pittman has Low under the ball. Winmar steals it. Kick semi-smothered by Hart. Heatley finesses. Sockers but straight to Wren. Quick left footer is straight to Cook. His opponent. He marks it just inside 50. Takes him a little while to get rid of Hart. And for a moment I thought he was going to throw a big elbow at him. He refrained, thank goodness.
Just the coaching he's had, he's just a pacifist now.
What's his kicking like, Crackers? Are you his kicking coach as well?
Ordinary, but he can do boomers every now and then, but he's Broken Hill trained.
He's from on the 50.
We're looking for a handball, are we, Pete?
Hasn't kicked a goal this year. Comes in and kicks, gets under it. It is very high and very wide and not in the least handsome. It just manages to register one behind. Well, it could be handsome. They've won a grand final by a point. 2-4, 16 to 1-5, 11, 16 minutes.
Peter Knights.
Worries me then when I see a ruckman like Sean Wren trying to finesse and just chip the ball on your left foot when you're in the middle corridor, only about 40 metres out from goal. Bad error.
Saints by 5 points. Kick in by Jamieson. It's a big kick. The 2-5s are out there. Costa retains his feet, gets the hand pass away, taken by Goodwin. Oh, it's kick off the side of his boot. You can hear the Saints supporters very gleeful and joyous in front of the Great Southern Stand as the Saints get a free kick right on the full, and it'll go to Maxi Hudson. The Saints are 2-4. The Crows are 1-5. Hudson on the wing in front of the Great Southern Stand. Kicks the ball up towards the half-forward flank. Hall up, can't mark. Caven to spoil. Oh, the ball's still in dispute. He'll come out with it. Caven is there. And let's see. It's still in. Picked up by Hall. He's collared there by Goodwin. And Bickley and Keogh mixing it up too in that little fracas, and there'll be a ball up about 55 metres away from St Kilda's goal. It's right at centre half forward, and we've played 17 minutes in the first term. There's the ball up. Up goes Pittman, thumps the ball up towards the middle. Daniels gets there first, loses his feet. It's picked up there by Winmar. He's tackled by Bickley. The ball comes to Thompson of St Kilda. He's tackled, pushed to the back apparently, and Thompson will take the free kick on the attacking side of the centre for the Saints. Now the ball was
50 and they'll get it.
50. The ball was thrown out to his right-hand side, and now this will bring him to within about 35 metres out directly in front.
Not the greatest
Thompson,
kick, Tomo, not the greatest kick.
One shot today on the run from a breakaway from the centre, and he missed out to the right. But this one a set shot. The Saints leading by 5 points, 18 minutes in the term. Punt road end, directly in front. The clouds are rolling in. Thompson, 30 metres out. Drop punt on its way. Oh, I'm not sure. He'll have to wait. He's missed it out to the left. He seemed to tow it.
It was touched off the boot.
Was it?
Smooth.
Thanks very much, Pete. Peter Knight's there. 18 minutes. St Kilda 2-5. Adelaide 1-5.
Bad miss. That was one that should have been nailed. A goal the difference. Jamieson puts it into play. Spearing passes perfect. Finds Goodwin, who breaks away off the defensive 50. Kicked out on the full from there a moment ago. Gets it right this time. Hudson and Smart. Smart does well. beats off Hudson, then pumps an attacking hand pass to Costa. Harvey mows him down, but he hand passes to Johnson. Oh, bad hand pass. Robran has time to mop it up, gives it back to Smart, just outside 50, goes for goal. Front position, Rintoul can't mark. Cripps mops up and tunnels a little kick out to the boundary. A throw-in. Precarious moment survived by the Saints. It's about 35 or 40 metres around. Left forward pocket out towards the flank.
The Saints lead by a goal, 2-5 to 1-5. 19 minutes in first term. Boundary throw in. Cook knocks it to the back, but Bond is there. Good use of the body by Peckett. Spins out of trouble. Gets a clearing kick outside 50. The ball in no man's land. In comes McLeod. He picks it up 60 metres out. Kicks it towards the pocket and finds Bond. Bond about 48 metres out. Right forward pocket. On the member side of the MCG, heading up towards the main scoreboard. Who's coming off, Tim?
Keogh off, Brown
Keogh
on.
off, and Tony Brown is on. Now, Bond, 48 metres out. Drop punt on its way. It's not a bad-looking kick. I think he might have put it through. It's a terrific kick by Bond. He's put it through. And at the 19.5-minute mark in the first term in the grand final, guess what? Scores are level. St Kilda 2-5, Adelaide 2-5.
It's Port Adelaide against Geelong, and now here an early goal for the Crows, has them on level terms, but Harvey breaks away out of the centre. Brilliant trap at the ball with one hand, bad kick though. Straight to McLeod, doing very well on lap and across half-back, delivers to Jarman, who marks clear of the 50 now for Adelaide. Just over 20 minutes on the clock. He goes for Wren, who can't hang on to the mark. Skidding. It's picked up by Cook, who kept it just in play. Hand pass to Daniels. Never a good kick. This is not much better. Straight to Johnson of Adelaide. Hand pass to McLeod on the attack. Forward of centre for Ellen, who can't mark. At the full, Connell. Zilla! Oh, Zilla unloads him. Got him high. Free kick to Connell. Rintoul runs on and snaps a poster, so the ball will come back. Free kick to Connell about 35 or 40 metres out. He was going down low to pick up the ball. Zilla came head on and got the head. No question about it. No free kick.
The advantage was paid. Should have been given back or brought back.
Surely.
Bad mistake.
Adelaide by a point. 2-6 to 2-5. Peckett kicks long back into play.
The ball kicked off the ground by the Saints up towards the wing. Johnson playing well. Gets around Aussie Jones. Gets the hand pass to Goodwin. Past the players race in front of the southern stand. Kicks to centre half forward off the pack. Allen. He spins out of trouble. Gets a hand pass to Connell. He's taken high. Free kick, I think, to Allen. About 40 metres out directly in front. Umpire Brian Sheehan.
That's an evener up.
And this is, yes, a definite even up this one.
That was definitely there. Jack Daniels, who in the last 2 minutes has had a horror.
Well, he was taken high over the shoulder. It was a fairly insipid tackle by Daniels because he was off balance. Ellen now 40 metres out. Drop punt. On its way, straight through the middle, and the Crows hit the front in the grand final. They lead by a goal. Adelaide 3-6, 24, St Kilda 2-5, 17, Barnes.
Well, there's no doubt, as Michael said before, the last goal was against the run of play, but they've certainly settled very well. Adelaide, and their good direct route into goal is paying dividends, but St Kilda are still having enormous trouble from the kickoffs. Every time Adelaide kicks a point, St Kilda have got a problem. They'll have to look at that at quarter time just to get a bit... They've just got to decide where they're going to go and get a bit more confident about it.
And out to a 7-point lead. Cook does well and beats Wren hands down. Brings it down to Burke, but he can't break a tackle. Cook hard at the ball, has a big swing off the ground. It might be in danger. It's a free kick to Adelaide. Johnson, Harvey's opponent, will take it just behind the centre. Kicks in towards Smart. In good posse against Hudson. Goes to ground, though. Fisted away by Cripps of St Kilda. First there, Jarman. Goes down over the footy. Under siege, under a pack as well. And there'll be a ball up towards the left half forward flank for the Crows. 23 minutes in. They lead 3-6 to 2-5 late in the first quarter of the grand final.
McLeod 7 possessions, Johnson 7 possessions for the Crows. Ball up at half forward for the Crows. Wren knocks it to Bickley. He lost possession. They picked up by Burt. He's crashed to the ground but fairly hip and shoulder. The ball taken by Zilla. Hand pass to Harvey, who goes to ground. He's copped one high. It's picked. Oh yes, it's coming back. Harvey copped one. Now whether it will come back, I think it will, or whether it will be further down the field, I'm not sure. Harvey holding his head. He's forward, and he'll take the free kick between centre and centre half back for the Saints, who trail 2-5 to 3-6. Gee, a couple of heavy ones then. Now the kick by Harvey, out wide to the Great Southern stand side to Lowe, can't mark, gee whiz, a high marker all year, and he drops from one he should have taken, picked up by Costa, handball across to Wren, who kicks up towards the wing, punched away by Jarman, but Harvey, who's recovered from that knock, picks up the ball on the wing for the Saints, kicks it towards half forward, it beats Winmar, who gets over the shoulder. Winmar's free kick, gee, they're playing plenty of free kicks in the grand final. 10 so far in 24 minutes.
The Saints are trying to finesse too much, in my opinion. They've actually they've handed the ball to the opposition on too many occasions.
Winmar leans back, 2 kicks out, looks for Heatley, gets a push in the back, no play on, says the umpire. It comes out to McLeod, his 8th possession, under pressure, left foot kick across the half-back line, and the ball out of play near Bay 13. Adelaide 3-6-24, St Kilda 2-5-17, 24 and a half minutes.
Tremendous struggle early. Not the highest quality footy, but you rarely see that in the first quarter of a grand final. Cook beats Wren again, down to Brown. Gets a quick kick, but straight to McLeod. Was it 10? No, it wasn't. He puts himself under pressure by dallying. Kicks across the goal face. Sets it up well, though, for Connell, who runs onto a nice bounce, and it's all Adelaide. Delivers out in front of Caven, who waits for the bounce, paddles. Now he's got it. Forward of the wing, has a bounce, has another. Runs in towards half forward. 65 out, kicks long towards Smart, out near the behind post, but it rolls away from him over the line for a throw-in. Right forward pocket for the Crows. 25 minutes on the clock. Adelaide 3-6 and Kilda 2-5.
Matthew coming off and Keogh coming on. A boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Crows. They're looking pretty good at the moment. Now let's see who's in ruck. It'll be Wakelin and Robran side by side. Robran takes it to the corridor. Taken by Allen. Has a shot for goal and has hit the post. Oh, what a terrific move this has been so far. Allen has kicked 2 goals, 1 at full forward for the Crows, who lead 3-7-25, St Kilda 2-5-17, Tommy.
And Justin Pickett's going to kick in again. He's made half a dozen mistakes so far. 5 of them have been from kick-outs, and 1 where he kicked the ball across where they kicked the goal from.
This time he goes towards the 50. It doesn't quite carry Costa, who was flicking it away from Jones. It's over the boundary line, so the ball becomes 50-50. And again, the Saints haven't worked it away from goal with any authority. Throw in coming up, Wren and Cook. Cook's had the better of him so far. Wren wins this, but straight to Daniels, who bobs and weaves and then gets a quick kick, and Jones takes it for St Kilda. Between half-back and wing, he loops a hand pass for Harvey. Put him under the hammer. Didn't get to him quickly enough. Johnson knocks it away to the boundary for a throw-in. Groans at the errors. The error counting increasing for St Kilda. Now Cook has front position. He beats Wren again. Down towards Jones. Brought down by Costa. Costa mops up. Swings his kick very high. Up towards Smart. Hudson with him makes a good clean spoil. Attacking. 30 metres to Winmar. Over the top to Burke, who weaves around his teammate Keogh. Goes for Heatley. Perfect pass. Took it in front of his eyes. And just far enough out so that Jamison's flailing fist wasn't able to make contact with the footy. The man on the mark 48 metres out. Quite gettable for Jason Heatley with this tremendous kicking power and accuracy that he keeps on showing. He's kicked the Saints only 2, and they'd like this at the 27-minute mark to edge to within a couple of points. In he comes. Rumble from the Adelaide fans, silence from the Saints, holding their breath. Heatley kicks. Very long, hooked it a little, offline. Adelaide still by a goal and a bit, by 7 points. 3-7 to 2-6.
And short, quick to play on, gets it to Goodwin, goes around the Great Southern stand side to Costa in front of Aussie Jones. Costa marks on the half-back flank. St Kilda 2-6, Adelaide 3-7. The kick by Costa up towards the wing. Robran is there. He's tackled, mown down by Wakelin. Robran, I think, deliberately well, he might have been held on too long. He hand passed over the boundary line, and Wakelin held on. Robran gets a free kick, controversial one that. Kicks down towards half forward, the mark taken by Smart. He's about a kick and a half out for the Crows. 28 minutes in the term. He waves the pack back. They go back. In fact, it's 1 out, 1 on down there with Shanahan and Ellen. Ellen punches the ball almost to Rintoul. That would have been a give-me, that one, but he overran it. Picked up by Burke. Short clearing kick. Again. It's meant for Daniels. It's been marked by Connell. Connell 55 metres out. Not too much coaching, Craggers. 55 metres out. Connell searching for someone. He'll go short in towards the pocket. He's marked by Caven, who leans back, a typical backman's kick. It floats right across. He should have scored something from there, and it's out on the full. A free kick to Zilla of St Kilda. Almost quarter time. Adelaide 25, St Kilda 18.
Yes, it was uncertainty. I think he's normally a good kick, but he just wasn't quite sure whether to take the set shot or play on. He did something in between. Zilla kicks long out over the 50. No one can mark off the pack. Bickley, hand pass. Smart, who gives it off to Robran, swings his kick to within about 15 metres. Two Saints let each other go. Zilla was leaving it for Shanahan, has to mop up when Shanahan only went half-heartedly, and Zilla takes it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Quarter time, unscathed at the throw-in. Bickley a chance, sockers towards goal, misses, and just manages a behind. What an inaccurate quarter. 3-8 to 2-6. That's 5 goals, 14 in the first term. Barmy.
You see, St Kilda are letting Adelaide take the initiative with those ballers. They're just going with them one-on-one and allowing them to run into goal. They've got to get defensive side of them.
Now, the short kick in by Burke this time and finds Harvey at centre half-back. He kicks out wide to the half-back line, which is marked by Jones. Costa closing quickly. Jones, Cook goes in. He gets rid of Costa. Cook doesn't almost hurt himself. Now the kick by Jones. No, he's still paddling the ball up towards 50. Hand pass on to Thompson, a poor one. Recovers from a bad hand pass. Back to Jones. Kicks it towards goal. And I think he might have put it through. A miraculous goal by Aussie Jones. He must have run 3/4 the length of the MCG to seal that one close on quarter time.
Nobody. Connell fists it. 20 metres for Adelaide. But little Aussie, who kicked that goal, gets back and picks up, swings it very high and wide. Out towards the boundary, just forward of the wing. Winmar favoured by the bounce here against Edwards. Gets a quick kick towards low. Can't mark it low down. Saints have the numbers. Big haul over the ball. Sweeps a hand pass, hoping for Winmar, doesn't hit him. Thompson in bravely for the Saints. Outnumbered though. Jarman does well. Gets off a hand pass to Costa. He sweeps it to Bickley, just behind the centre. Low pass into Smart, not low enough. Clears his fingertips. At the back, Rintoul paddles to Bickley. Can't beat the tackle. Hand pass to Robran. Can't collect at the first go. Has another. Can't pick it up. Under siege now. Paddled away by Cripps. Out towards Harvey near the boundary. Backwards to Burke. He tunnels a little hand pass to Zilla. Zilla over the top to Harvey, and the Saints rebound.
Breaks clear off half-back and kicks up towards the wing where it's marked by Wren. 32 minutes in the term. Wren is marked wide of centre. Adelaide 3-8, St Kilda 3-6. Now Wren now sits it up, but it doesn't matter. It's quarter time in the grand final. A big scoring quarter. We've had 11, 17, 20 scoring shots in 32 minutes and 6 seconds of play. So the fans must be pretty happy with the action they're seeing. But at quarter time, Adelaide 3-8-26, St Kilda 3-6-24. The bounce, up they go. Won by Wren. Cook goes to ground. Wren toe-pates the ball up towards centre half forward. James came out, had a fumble, picked up by Smart. He's tackled. In goes James again. He's tackled but knocks the ball forward inside 50. Jones overruns it for St Kilda. Applies a tackle on a Adelaide Crows player who's going to be pinged. It's against Costa. And the free kick will go to Aussie Jones of St Kilda at centre half-back. He plays on quickly as Hudson comes in and puts Costa down. Kick by Jones out towards the wing on the outer side. Harvey knocks it up towards half-forward. Up goes Winmar, picked up by Connell of the Crows. He's tackled by Daniels. The ball and Connell go over for a boundary throw-in. 45 seconds, second quarter. Grandstand football around the world on the internet. 3-8-26 Adelaide, St Kilda 3-6-24.
Nicky Winmar not really a factor at this stage. Might feel as though he's played 2 grand finals. From the throw-in, Thompson had it, tackled, dispossessed. There'll be a ball up. Just forward of the wing for the Saints. A minute in. And the weather is looking a little threatening towards the southwest. Umpire Kennedy to bounce the ball again. Cook and Wren. Let's see who can gain position. Wren in good posse here. Thumps at 20 metres along the boundary. Burke first there for St Kilda. Hand pass to Harvey. Didn't keep it in though. Boundary umpire ruling that it was just taken out as the Saints look set to break away. Forward of the wing now for Adelaide over on the southern side. The MCG packed for the grand final. And a tremendous start. It really looks as though this could be a very, very tight game. At the throw-in, Wren on top again. Down to Bickley, but tackled strongly, brought down. Pack, ball up. So not much happening as it's oscillated on either side of the centre line at the moment, just a few metres the Crows' way.
Yes, between wing and centre in front of the Great Southern Stand. Umpire Kennedy bounces again. Thumped by Wren 15 metres further up the field. Picked up by Aussie Jones of St Kilda. Hand pass to Bickley. Bickley spins out of trouble. There's a good tackle there from Burke. Forced a hand pass quickly. Picked up by Johnson. Hand pass to Wren of the Crows. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Ball punched away by Wakeland. Picked up by Hudson. Hand passes the wrong way. Zilla there for St Kilda. Hand pass across to his teammate in Shanahan. Clears the ball out towards the half-back flank. And the mark is taken by Beckett. He's got half the ground. He's had 2 bounces. Runs around the members' wing. Has 3 bounces. Has 4. Now sometimes they can't deliver after a long run. Well, he doesn't by foot. By hand gives it to Keogh. By hand gives it to Hall. Hall from 50. It's a big kick by Bazza. He's kicked it long. And he's kicked it straight. And he's kicked it through. Tremendous build-up and run by the Saints. Justin Peckett to set it up. And the Saints hit the front 2.5.
McLeod.
At the bounce, Cook beaten. Wren on top at the start of this quarter. Thumps this in towards half forward. Jones has started very well though, and he mops up for the Saints. Pumps the left-hander to Daniels, who gives it off to Jones. Southern wing now. Low left footer spearing to Heatley. Can't quite pick it up low down, and it ricochets off him over the boundary line. But the players races over on the southern side. St Kilda's rooms over there, the new state-of-the-art ones. The Crows using the old rooms, having lost the toss at the Carbine Club lunch during the week. At the throw-in, Wren and Cook jostle. Neither stands on his feet. It comes to the back. Now Cook's got it. Pulled off his kick, though. Spills St Kilda's way. Harvey brought down. Hand pass off to Heatley. Well tackled by Jarman. Ball spills. Thompson. Hand pass to nobody. Saints go back. Harvey's got it now to Winmar. 65 out. Goes for Hall. Who kicked that goal a moment ago, can have a shot from 45 metres. That was the kick of a mule. He could have run when he had that running shot, but in fact he opted to kick from outside 50 and kicked a monster goal.
What about the pass from Winmar? That's just sheer talent. One step, bang.
Hall lines them up.
8 possessions, Hall.
And also a very strong menacing shepherd on Sean Wren late in the first quarter. In he comes from 50. A little bit of hook, but it holds up. And Barry Hall has his second goal. And the Saints have a 10-point lead in the grand final, 5-6-36. Adelaide 3-8-26. Mike Noonan.
5 seconds in the grand final. 5-6 to 3-8. The Saints in front. Centre bounce won by Cook. Taken by Harvey. Claimed by Jarman. Harvey gets a hand pass away to Keogh. He goes back in towards that middle centre circle. Players over the top. And there'll be another ball up. St Kilda 5-6. Adelaide 3-8. Tommy, a quick word from you.
Well, this is an important one because Adelaide have got to get back the ball down to get a goal because they've got a couple against them in this particular quarter.
From the ball up, both the ruckman miss it. Picked up by Keogh. Hand pass to Burke. Didn't find its target. Picked up by Wren. Harris out of it. Keogh goes back. Good second effort. 45 metres out. They might run it home. Hall's mark for the St Kilda side. Between the goal and behind post. He plays on. Stumbles. And the umpire says no. Big Barry, you've got to go back and take your kick. And I think he's pretty pleased about that because he went to play on chickishly, lost his footing, and Caven was heading towards him. Here was the man on the mark. Hall, left forward pocket. He's on his right side, though, beneath the big scoreboard at the MCG. If he kicks it, it'll be 3 goals in about 2.5 minutes.
Wren's coming off.
Wren's off. So my observation at quarter time might have been spot on, Crackers. Now the kick by Hall. Can he kick 3 in about 3 minutes? Kicks towards goal. He's put it through. He likes it, but we'll wait on it officially. It's a goal to Barry Hall. 3 goals this quarter. 3 in 3 minutes.
Sirakovsky's on.
6-6-42. Adelaide 3-8-26.
At the 7-minute mark, umpire Nash bounces the footy. Keating against Sirakovsky. Sirakovsky down to Keogh, off to Thompson, swinging left footer. Here comes Heatley. Marks! About 4th in line on his chest as it cleared the pack. Man on the mark, 40 metres, maybe a touch further out, but Heatley, no problems with the distance, and a chance here for the Saints to really turn up the heat and establish frightening momentum.
What about Murray Bridge?
Not yet, Tim.
Little early, Crackers. We learnt that last week.
I know. I've got mail from Murray Bridge.
You just keep the lid on it, son. Heatley lines them up. He has 2. Hall has 3. In comes Heatley. From on the 50, just inside it. Lovely long drop punt. Hit the post. Gee, the woodwork's been dabbled with a few times. Who would have imagined that Hall and Heatley would be the blokes scoring goals for St Kilda in the grand final when this season started? 6-7-43 to 3-8-26.
Peter Knights.
Well, Adelaide now, I said at quarter time that this quarter the players would settle down and one side was going to show the ascendancy. Well, it's been St Kilda, all St Kilda. Adelaide now have got to fight back and show a little bit to get a couple on the board.
Saints by 17 points. Kick in by Hart. Out towards McLeod. Harvey is there. McLeod takes the mark and plays on from half-back. Kicks the ball up towards centre-half forward.
To Smart, who's just got a metre on Hudson. Hudson did well. Keating overruns the spillage. Sirikovsky, hand pass to Hudson, hand pass to Peckett. Away go the Saints again. Spearing delivery towards Heatley's long lead. Gets there on the bounce, close to the boundary. Had to try and turn the battleship on a sixpence, couldn't. Took it over the boundary line. There'll be a throw-in just outside 50. 9 minutes on the clock. The Saints have kicked 3 goals early in the second quarter and suddenly lead by 17 points.
From the boundary throw in, Lowe knocks it down towards Brown. He gets a hand pass to Harvey. Overruns it, so does Bickley. Johnson is there for the Crows, gets out of a tackle. No good tackle by Burke. Spillage picked up there by a teammate in James up towards half forward. He kicks the ball. The Cloud spins out of trouble. Gets a hand pass in towards the pocket again. And James kicks up towards the wing in front of the member's side. Peckett is there, being harassed by Bond. Peckett almost taken high, but not quite. Picked up by Johnson. Hand pass across to Bickley. Wide of centre. Here come the Crows. Bickley's kick inside 50. Out comes Shanahan, takes the ball on the bounce, runs away from Allen, kicks the ball to the two number 5s, and it's Jones out there and also Edwards. In fact, Jones had a couple to beat of St Kilda, and he was pretty happy, I think, in the finish to see the boundary line loom.
He can win
because
stall.
He was outnumbered 2-1.
He can
St
win
Kilda,
stall.
6-7-43, Adelaide 3-8-26, second term, 10 minutes in.
Throw in right on the southern wing. Front position Sirikovsky, but Keating wins handsomely. Jones has it covered for the Saints. Paddles to Winmar, who pumps a left-hander, anticipating Jones' movement, but it wasn't there. And the ball eventually is over the line for a throw-in. Again, right on the wing. Sun peeping through, some heavier cloud cover now at the MCG, but glorious conditions for the early part of the grand final. Keating and Sirikovsky. Keating with a height advantage wins. Jarman runs onto it, but runs into a teammate, and the ball spills. Saints have it covered for the moment. In fact, there's a stack up and a ball up just the Crows' side of the centre line. 10.5 minutes now. St Kilda 6-7-43. Adelaide 3-8-26. And after a tight, fluctuating first quarter, the Saints have jumped the Crows at the start of the second. Umpire Sheehan bounces perfectly. Keating wins clearly, but straight to Keogh. Big factor early in the second quarter. Quick left footer, not good. Smart onto it for Adelaide. Weaves his way clear. Kicks the Crows into attack, but Robran out-positioned by Wakeland as the kick just seemed to hold up. Wakeland kicks into the man on the mark. Gives Robran a second chance. Backwards by hand to Connell. Quick standing start kick. Hoping for Ellen. Can't mark. At the full. Trapped by Keogh. Lost control of it. McLeod. Hand pass to Ellen. Turns straight into trouble. Saint defence there in numbers. Will force the ball up. 30 metres out from Adelaide's goal. 11.5 minutes now. 6-7 to 3-8. The Saints by 17.
Tommy, word from you.
Yes, well, that's one of the problems that they're likely to do. They've picked the wrong option, and that's what Wakeland just did, because he should have made a certainty of it in a situation like that.
A ball up 30 metres out from the Adelaide Crows goal at the punt road end. Up goes Wakeland. He beats Robram. The ball comes to ground. Rintoul hand passes in towards the forward pocket to Bond, who runs out of territory, and there'll be a throw in. About 10 metres away from the Adelaide Crows goal, right forward pocket, punt road end, 12 minutes in the second term. St Kilda 6-7, Adelaide 3-8. Boundary throw in, Robran and Wakeland. Robran knocks it a second time, a third time. Wasn't effective, goes to Hudson. Hand passes to a teammate who's collared, couldn't see who it was in the pack. And there might be another ball up in a moment. In comes Zilla and Costa. Costa gets out of trouble. No, he's caught. Will he be penalised? We'll wait and see. 30 out for the Adelaide Crows. From the ball up, 50-50, although Robran does knock it closer towards goal to Bond, who gives a hand pass to Bickley. A left foot snap by Bickley. He might have put it through for the Crows. A mighty effort if he did. Yes, he's kicked it. Who was it? Sampson, was it? No, it wasn't.
Goodwin.
It was Goodwin. Goodwin has kicked the goal from 25 metres out. And the Adelaide Crows get their fourth. They're 4-8-32. St Kilda 6-7-43.
All related to Robrin's being able to hit the ball from a throwdown.
Ruckman share it. Johnson steals it for Adelaide, pumps them forward, but Peckett jostles, out-bodies Bond and takes a mark. Sits it up, oh, it's high, it's awkward for Burke. Jarman comes over the top, but the outriders are all St Kilda. Harvey mops up, kicks towards Lowe's lead, and he takes a mark on his chest. Just forward of the wing members' side. We'll kick the Saints in towards half-forward as we approach the 14-minute mark. Burke leads and then doubles back. Lowe kicks long to within about 40. Hall is there. Oh, hugely. Edwards. Two grabs, couldn't quite hang on. Hall hits the ball hard. Shrugs a tackle. Bombards towards goal. Sprays it out to the pocket. 2-on-1 Adelaide. Covering it out near the boundary, and James sees it over. Throw in left forward pocket for the Saints.
And Lowe. Keating brings it to the front. Hand pass over the top. Winmar's there and goes Edwards. Winmar tackled by Keating. Ball late call, says Darren Jum to umpire Sheehan. And there'll be a ball up about 20 metres away from St Kilda's goal. They lead 6-7-43. Adelaide 4-8-32. Umpire Sheehan to bounce the ball at the main scoreboard end. Heatley goes up, takes the ball out of the air. Oh, it kicks into the body of a player, of an Adelaide Crows player, and the ball limps through for a behind to St Kilda. Kicked by Heatley. His tally, 2 goals, 3 in this grand final so far. The Saints are 6-8-44. Adelaide 4-8-32.
This time he does go long, just to the other side, and Caven marks it. Got himself in just the right position. It was a magnificent kick from Hart. And Caven forward of half back. Played on, tackled from behind by Lowe. Gets his kick to the wing. Front position Costa, spoiled from Jones. Over the boundary for a throw-in, right on the wing.
Well, St Kilda are picking up at the kickoffs, which doesn't make any sense at all. They're virtually giving the ball up and committing suicide doing that.
6-8 to 4-8, 15 and a half minutes. Sirakovsky gets the tap, but McLeod runs onto it. Well tackled by Daniels. Gets a hand pass though as he's slung in towards half forward. Smart, first time didn't take it with him, second time was tackled. In goes Keating, solidly met by Cripps. Gives the Saints a chance. Daniels, quick hands to Cripps. Gets his kick through the middle. Winmar up in front. Can't mark. Panther-like recovery. Bounce doesn't favour him. Thompson gets in his way. Over the ball, another St Kilda player who is buried. That's Brown. And there'll be a ball up towards half forward for the Saints, but still outside their 50. 16 minutes on the clock. St Kilda by 2 straight kicks.
Breakers, a quick word from you.
Just settling down to a real good contest. St Kilda are not on top of this.
Saints by 2 goals. Ball up at centre half forward. St Kilda knocked down by Pittman to Jarman. Jarman's kick from half back to half forward. The ball comes down to the front of the pack to Goodwin. He's tackled and the ball held in apparently. And there'll be a ball up between centre and centre half forward. Ball up at half forward for the Crows. Knocked down by Keating. Burke had it, then lost it for St Kilda, and goes Robrin and Thompson for the Saints. And there'll be a ball up about 55 out. Tom Hafey.
Yes, I think Sirakovsky is not doing a great deal in the ruck at this particular stage. I think I'd bring Cook on, because nearly every ball up he's actually been as a disadvantage.
From the ball up, the ruckman miss it. Harvey might emerge. Someone's lost his boot. It is Robert Harvey, the Brownlow medalist. Picked up by Bickley. Hand passes up towards 50. It goes to Keogh. Gets a nice old clip behind the ear from Robin. Aussie Jones of St Kilda pursues the ball out towards the boundary. Bond is there, takes the front position, and the ball wins.
The throw in ruck, Robin and Wakeland. Wakeland does well, takes it out of the air. He's had Robin's number so far. Kick doesn't go far, but Daniels makes it good. Hand pass to the running Thompson, who kicks beyond the centre. Hall pushing his opponent Caven in the back, and gives away a free kick. He edged him out, no question about that. Took him under the ball and then took the mark. Caven's ball now between half back and centre line. Kicks it long into half forward. He's a lovely kick. Pittman up high, right under the ball, though, didn't touch it. At the full, Sirakovsky on it. Just about threw it out between his legs. Pittman soccers in towards full forward for Adelaide. Peckett first back, takes it to the boundary and over for a throw-in about 20 metres around from the left behind post. Sun still shining, 18 minutes on the clock. The Saints by 2 goals, but the breakaway early in the second quarter, which looked as though it might have been on for the Saints, has been quelled.
Saints by 12 points. A boundary throw in forward pocket for the Crows. Picked up there almost by McLeod. In goes Hart. Oh, that was almost a throw. It was a nudge out towards Edwards, who has a pot shot for goal out to the right and through for a behind. The Saints lead by 11 points. 6-8-44, Adelaide 4-9-30.
Kicks long around the southern side, and Wakeland has good position and will take a free kick. Costa came front on. Not a lot of physical contact. The ball's spilled loose, and Adelaide perhaps a bit stiff. Kick towards Daniels, who's made some space on the wing. He takes a mark, makes it look a little more difficult than it was. Finishes up falling over and has to pick himself up. Kicks awkwardly as usual into half forward. Nothing there at the spill for the Saints. Caven and Hall slide in after it. Hall using his body like a battering ram. Caven knocks it away from him. In goes Big Bazza. Teammates, opponents, beware. On his knees. Bad hand pass. 2 against Lowe. Knocked away from him to Jarman. Clearing kick for Adelaide. Bounces through the centre. Bounces past Robran. Past his opponent Wakeland. But attacking it comes Cripps. Kicks and Kilda back into attack, but Jarman marks at knee height for Adelaide.
Plays on quickly, almost smothered off the boot, but gets it on the bounce out towards Costa. He runs away from his opponent and kicks Adelaide up towards Allen. Punched away by Shanahan, who shoots the ball out towards the back pocket. Good effort there by Allen to knock him off the kick. The ball rebounds to Allen. Good effort. Gets the hand pass in towards Edwards. Edwards goes short, and the mark is taken by Bond. Good effort by Allen. A lot of people wouldn't notice that. But he really contested, and his second effort set it up. And Bond is marked about 30 metres out directly in front for the Crows. 20 minutes in, second term. The kick by Bond on its way. It looks to be pretty close. We'll wait on it. He's put it through. Adelaide get their fifth. There's only 5 points in this grand final. 20 minutes in the second term. St Kilda 6-8-44, Adelaide 5-9-39. David.
Goal lead, Adelaide are right back in it. 5 points at the bounce. Winmar up in the centre square now, takes it off the Packers, tackled. Ball held in. Umpire Nash calls, no. Winmar's free kick, high tackle. He'll take it. Centre circle virtually. Kicks awkwardly. Mongrel kick into half forward. Easy for Hart to make the spoil on Heatley. At the fall, socket away by Connell for Adelaide. Jones, tremendous acceleration. First man there for the Saints. Hand pass to Brown. Under the pump though from James. Dispossessed. Mopped up for Adelaide by Smart. He's well tackled by Jones. And now Jones runs onto a rebound. 60 metres out. Left foot kick. Hall is there and can't mark this time. Knocked away by McLeod. Through for a behind. He should have taken that one. That was about the easiest opportunity he's had, and he didn't quite grab it. 6-9 to 5-9, 22 and a half minutes, Crackers.
Yeah, should have swallowed it, but a bit of pressure. That's all you need.
Kick in by Hart around the member's side from beneath the big scoreboard, and a chance for Goodwin. Couldn't mark the ball. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Another player couldn't mark it. That was Wintour. But Thompson, who's played a good game, overruns the ball. Picked up by Sirakovsky. Gets the hand pass to Cripps. Gets a hand pass to Hall of St Kilda. He's tackled there by Robin. Forced a hand pass quickly. Picked up by Keogh. Gets it down to Burke. Burke gives it to Zilla. Zilla of the Saints. 40 metres out. Has a shot on the run. And it goes out to the left. And I think the only saving grace there was that it wasn't out on the full bounce just before the line. So the Saints will have another scoring opportunity left forward pocket beneath the big scoreboard. St Kilda 45, Adelaide 39 in the grand final.
Could have run all the way home there, or a large part of it. At the throw in, Sirakovsky, third in line, climbs high, takes it out of the air, spills it, Harvey has it, hooks across the body, and the Brownlow medalist kicks his first of the grand final, and the Saints lead by 2 goals.
Umpire Sheehan bounces the ball. Up goes Keating. Wins easily. Knocks it forward. Picked up by Thompson. St Kilda. Hand pass to Winmar. Winmar, it's a high ball from half back. It's going to land about 55 metres out from the Saints' goal. Punched away by Hart. Picked up by Brown of St Kilda. It's a high kick in towards Hall. He's underneath it. Up goes Lowe. Can't mark. Hall best recover. Turns around. Has a pot shot for goal. But this time it's out to the left. And through for a behind. Barry Hall. 3 goals won so far in the grand final. 24 3/4 minutes second quarter. St Kilda 7-10-52. Adelaide 5-9-39.
That was a brave attempt to mark, running with the float, and Hall coming the other way by Lowe. Now Hart kicks quickly here because he has Pittman alone on the half-back flank below the members. Shocking kick, pathetic kick from Pittman out towards the wing. Ellen attacks it, almost soccers it out on the full. It bounces over. There'll be a throw in. Hitting it hard, Burke, but taken by Edwards for Adelaide. Kicks them into attack up towards half forward. It bounces just inside the line and then over.
And at Low, they lock arms. Wren gets the tap. Who to? Straight to Burke of St Kilda. Under immense pressure. Kicks the ball out towards the wing. and there'll be another boundary throw in. 8-5-9 boundary throw in. Lowe knocks it straight down to Winmar. Gets a hand pass across to Daniels. He in turn to Harvey. He scoots around the members' wing and kicks up towards centre half forward. Out comes Hart though in front of Heatley and marks at centre half back to the Adelaide Crows. Now kicks out wide to Bickley, who marks inside 50. He's defending, runs away from Neil, has a bounce, then kicks up the half forward. Out comes Smart, and Smart's mark for the Crows 65 metres out. He gives the impression he wants to kick quickly, but I think they're all covered, although Wren is calling forward at centre half forward, but he'd be better off having a shot. Although he's waited too long because Stewie Lowe's gone down of St Kilda in defence.
Jarman's gone to full forward. Shanahan's picking him up.
Match-winning move last week when Jarman played so well in the final term. Now Smart from 58 metres. He kicks down towards the punt road goal. It's going to be close. Up goes Ellen. Almost marked it. No, it might have clipped the post. It did on the way through. Behind to the Crows. 27 minutes in the second quarter. The Saints are 7-10. Adelaide 5-10.
Of their last 8, Adelaide haven't done it in their last 7. Saints are just over halfway there, approaching half-time, and the Crows less than halfway to the 100 for what it's worth. Short kick into Cripps. He goes short to Peckett, who takes a mark defensive 50 for the Saints. 52 plays 40, 27 and a half minutes. Short kick now to Brown, who's in some space, turns and runs, has a bounce, kicks St Kilda into attack, an untidy kick. How's the bounce? It beats Caven. One-on-one now, Heatley and Hart. Hart knocks it to the boundary and over for a throw-in. Left half forward flank for the Saints. Lowe and Keating. Keating front position, Low, left-hander, but straight to Connell. Tackled, good hand pass to McLeod, who breaks away with his pace and he kicks towards Bond's lead. Spoiled by Peckett was good. McLeod kept on coming, mopped up, helps it back to Bond. Tackled by Zilla, brought down. Oh, yeah, holding the ball. Free kick to Zilla, very strong tackle, and he gives off a hand pass to the running Cripps,
who runs across the half-back line. Mike Noonan says, get out in the background. He didn't agree with that free kick to the Saints. The kick by the St Kilda team up towards half-forward. But Daniels punched away by Connell. Comes down towards Peckett. His hand pass misdirected for Daniels and has been punched away by an Adelaide Crows player who is just out of sight. It's Connell, and there'll be a boundary throw-in. Lowe takes the ball out of the air, but can't get a good hand pass to Burke. He does, though, makes something out of nothing. Hand pass to Daniels, who kicks up towards the half-forward line. The mark taken by Neal. Robbie Neal about 2 kicks out from goal. Time on the wing here for the Saints. Close on half-time. He sits it up. It's going to land 45 out. Crumbs there taken by Keogh. St Kilda gets a hand pass to Thompson. This need to be a good kick. He kicks it towards the goal square, and I think it might have hit the base of the post. It's out of play, or is it a free kick? And it's out of play. So the Saints have a chance to score in the dying moments of the second quarter. 29 minutes in, they lead by 12 points. Boundary throw in. The ruck set up here, important. Up goes Winmar. Knocks it down to Hall. Hall, he took too long. Gets a hand pass, a 4-1. Taken by Johnson. Gets the hand pass away. And they'll clear the ball. The Adelaide Crows outside 50. I thought I heard a whistle go, but the umpire waving play on. Now, the ball comes down towards Neil of St Kilda. Hand pass across to Daniels. Heavy work by Neil behind play. Daniels kicks inside 50. Up goes Keogh. 1 grab 2. And Rodney Keogh's taken the mark for St Kilda. He'll kick from 52 metres out. Now, Crackers, if the siren went now, could he kick it from there?
He'd have a go at it, Rodney, and he comes from good blood, and that's what you got to do.
Well, my question is about to be answered. 51 metres out. Rodney Keogh, he's hooked it. It's out to the right, and he's put it through for a behind. But it means the Saints lead at half-time in the grand final by 13 points. That quarter going 2 seconds after, under 30 minutes, 29:58. Half-time, it is St Kilda 7-11-53 to Adelaide 5-10-40. For the Saints, 3 goals to Hall, all in that quarter. Heatley 2, Jones and Harvey 1. And for Adelaide, Ellen and Bond 2 apiece. I was just reading off the scoreboard when they took it down, and 1 to Goodwin. So Adelaide 5-10-40 to St Kilda 7-11-53 at half-time. We have a very big panel of experts in our the limited space of our broadcast box. We're allowed 10 people in our broadcast box on grand final day, and I'm pretty sure if they did a count now, they'd find 10 people in our box. Now, before we go to the panel, we can go to news headlines in the newsroom. Here's Peter Lee.
Thanks, Peter. 2 cargo ships have collided in the Straits of Malacca off the western coast of Malaysia, and 28 crew members are missing at sea. A spokesman for the maritime...
And looked very, very good up forward. Maybe they should think of leaving Robert on him and maybe putting Cave into centre-half back and perhaps Pittman into the ruck to leave Wren up forward. But there's a lot of things they could contemplate, but they certainly, St Kilda certainly got on top of it that quarter, but Adelaide, to their credit, have stayed in it. They've been very direct, as has been often written, and in being direct, they've given themselves some real chances to just to kick goals when perhaps it was against the runner play, and they're still very much in it. But St Kilda are starting to look pretty strong.
Well, they are, but I tell you what, the focus of this game has been the tackling. I think the tackling has been enormous. They've really put pressure on the ball carrier and really put him under torrid pressure, and there's a lot of mistakes have been made, and that's just because of the grand final. But I just got... When Lowe into the ruck and Pittman picked up Robbie Neal, he didn't know how to handle Neal. Neal runs around a bit. He's a body-style player. Started to sort of run away from him. And Pittman was all at sea, and then Barry Hall put his head up. Keogh's the one. Keogh's a very dangerous, tough player that you cannot underestimate. He's got a crook knee and he's arthritic and all that, but he just has to go. Winmar got into it a bit, did a couple of magical things there. Harvey started to get on top of young Johnson and started to run away from him. The interesting duel will be the Burke and McLeod go. Sort of thought Burke would have a bigger effect, but McLeod's an interesting player. Jarman's been a little bit disappointing, to be honest. He's started all right. Andrew Thompson's got a lot of the ball. They've had to move him and push him away. But I would say that Stan has decided to rest Cook. Cook was playing very well. He got 10 minutes of that quarter, took him off and thought, well, Stewart's not getting a kick. Pittman's got him cleaned up. I'll get him into the ruck and try and get him into the game. And Stewie Lowe's trying very hard, and it will come. But at this stage, Elves would be quite happy. You know, he'd love to be 60 points up just smoking the cherrywood. But this grand final and the sport and these Crows are not to be denied. They had a real go, and don't underestimate them. They've got a fair bit of character, and they don't stop running. And it's this is a good grand final. We've not seen a blowout. I'm sick to death of blowouts.
Yes, they have become a bit boring. Mike Noonan, 13 points is the margin, St Kilda's way, 7-11 to 5-10. It's not a huge lead, but it's a nuisance lead as far as the Crows are concerned. Nothing like, though, the one they faced at half-time last week. How do you see it?
Well, I think I made a comment about Pittman at centre-half back, trying to get him into ruck. It wasn't that Pittman wasn't doing a good job on Lowe. Peter was quite correct. Lowe had hardly had a kick. It was the fact that you've just got to keep that pressure on in the centre bounce and around the ground, and Pittman and Wren have been the stars all year, and Caven has been a revelation at centre-half back. And Caven wasn't doing anything on Hall. You know, Hall, I think, was quite dominant in that quarter, and you have this feeling every time St Kilda go forward that it's either Heatley, Hall, or a down grounder, or Keogh, as we saw in that quarter, that they just feel that they're just so much more...
Half of the grand final is underway with St Kilda leading by 13 points. It's a terrific bounce, won by Cook. Knocks it up towards half forward. Keogh there, twists through the pack for St Kilda. On his left foot, kicks the ball up towards centre half forward. Off the pack, a chance there for James. James of the Adelaide Crows, hand pass to Hart. Hart across the half-back line and finds Edwards. Edwards gets a hand pass to Caven in front of Bay 13, gets around Winmar, floats a hand pass further down the field, and it's taken by Goodwin. Goodwin from half-back, kicks around the outer wing, up goes McLeod, can't mark. Spilly's picked up by Burke of St Kilda. Or Twinkle Toes, side steps, underground kick is not a good one. Intercepted by Bickley of the Crows, who kicks up towards the half-forward flank. It beats Peckett and Bondover, and there'll be a boundary throw-in 65 metres away from the Adelaide Crows goal. No change of score in the third quarter. St Kilda 7-11, Adelaide 5-10.
Jarman now drifting in towards centre-half forward, so perhaps he is the full forward. Thompson with him at the throw-in outside the 50. Robber in front position, juggles the ball, brings it down eventually, loses it. Johnson helps it on. Robber has it again, swings it across the body, but Thompson in front of Jarman takes a mark, and Jarman's annoyed and shows his frustration. Thompson kicks around half-back. Big pack. Wren goes the big fist. It spills out towards the boundary. Burke trying to keep it in for the Saints. Can't. There will be a throw-in. It's outside the gate that the Saints have run out of and back into at half-time. Throw-in coming up. Wren front position. Cook leaning into him. Wren cleverly left hand down to McLeod. tackled, dispossessed. The Saints saw it coming. They were right onto him. A rugby scrum around the footy and another ball up. Not quite 2 minutes in. 7-11 to 5-10 as it was at half-time. The Saints by 13 points.
Crackers, a brief word from you.
Just got a feeling that Adelaide are really going to come out and hit it for the 10 minutes. Jarman's gone into full forward on Shanahan.
A ball up in front of the players. Race Grace Sudden Stand knocked away by Cook, but Smart gets there first for the Crows. He's up on the wing, swings the ball up in towards centre half forward. It's going to go up towards Rintoul. Punch away by Aussie Jones. Good work. Picked up there by Cook. Hand pass back to Jones. Poor hand pass. All Zilla was grabbed. Lost possession. Gets a hand pass out to Burke. He in turn back to Aussie Jones of St Kilda. And the ball out of play. It's been in that position about 65 metres away from Adelaide's goal for nearly all of the 2.5 minutes of this third term. No change in the score. The Saints lead by 13 points after Adelaide led by 2 at quarter time. Boundary throw in again. Up goes Cook, knocks it sideways to Burke, who kicks really the wrong way. Wakeland the best chance. No, the ball breaks inside 50 for the Crows. Bond is there, gets a push to the back, or was he held by Peckett? Anyway, he's going to get the free kick. About 45, 46 metres out from goal, directly in front to the main scoreboard end.
Tommy doesn't agree.
Mike Noonan, let's get an Adelaide perspective.
An unbiased perspective. Well, you'll find with Bond, he always drops the head a little bit of a rubber man, but he was in front.
Troy Bond, 45 metres out for the first goal of the second half. It's on its way. Crow supporters in a mob down there behind the main scoreboard goal, and he's put it through. The first goal of the second half to Troy Bond of the Adelaide Crows. He moves to 3, and 3.5 minutes in, St Kilda 7-11-53, Adelaide 6-10-46, Neil Barn.
Well, it was a bit lucky, but probably earlier on in the game he may have missed one that he perhaps could have got, but he does stick his head down, and he did get it at first. He's super quick at the ball, and he is just a wonderful converter of the opportunity, Bond.
Sure is. Carlton didn't pick him in 95. He was crushed, and he went home. And here he is having his day. 3 goals in the grand final 2 years later at the ball up. Just 7 points in it. Wren wins handsomely. Harvey gets back, but he's pressured, and his kick goes backwards out towards the boundary. Zilla first there. Left foot across the body. Nothing on the end of it for the Saints. Wren, though, misses the mark. Harvey soccers into half forward. Brown runs onto the preferred side. The opposition saw him coming, though. James tackled him well. Pack forms ball up outside St Kilda's 50. 4.25 minutes. The Crows have pulled one of them back. And the margin just 7 points. Almost negligible. Not quite. At the bounce, Wren has taken control and he gets the tap. Johnson can't pick it up. Wren has a soccer kick, misses. Goes in for a hand pass. Now McLeod. Hand pass off to James. Hand pass to Edwards. Crows break away. Left foot kick poor. Very high. Zilla and Bickley. Neither can mark. Shanahan runs onto it. Can't shrug Bickley's tackle. Gets off a hand pass to Harvey. Pumps in the Winmar direction. And he's got it at half forward. 70 metres out. Over on the southern flank. Heatley's lead a little half-hearted. That's ignored. Winmar goes for the old shoelace trick.
It's a set play. And you watch.
We're watching. In he comes.
Stewie Lowe.
Spears a pass. Lowe is on the lead and he marks it. In front of Pittman by a millimetre. Thank you, Crackers.
They've been doing that all year.
Yeah.
They lead, they fan, and Lowe comes down the middle.
In the centre. I told you that earlier in the year. You're supposed to keep your mouth shut, but now it's the grand final. We don't really care, do we?
Now, what can Big Stewie do? It is a very testing shot. Right forward pocket, 40 metres out, and not too many metres in from the boundary line.
That's the bit they forgot, the angle that he's got to kick it from.
Yeah, if you've been working on it all year, I reckon I'd get him about 15 metres out in front with it.
Practice is thinking, oh, gee, we didn't think of that.
We're working on angles next year.
You have him reading Earl Spalding's book during the week?
He certainly does. That actually, he went and did Earl Spalding's garden during the week.
And read a chapter a night. In he comes. Kicks and kicks. Well! A magnificent kick by Lowe. And one of the skippers restores their 13-point break. 8-11-59 to 6-10-46. 6 minutes third term, Barney.
Well, the difference between Lowe being a very good player and a great player over the years have been two things. One has been his goal kicking, and he's just shown that he's now become a very good goal kicker. And one was that first movement at the ball early in the game when he really crashed hard at it because he's such a big man. He's doing them both today. Not a lot of it, but just enough.
Saints by 13 points, 6.5 minutes third term. The ball back in the middle. There's the bounce, slightly crooked. It favours Cook of St Kilda, knocks it forward. taken by Goodwin of the Crows, gets a hand pass to Johnson, gets around Thompson. Johnson's hand pass to Jarman was classy. Jarman kicks in towards Smart, or slipped through his fingers. He's too far underneath the ball. Rintoul overran the ball as well. Oh, and they go hard, and the ball taken away. And they'll clear the ball through Cripps from centre half back, kicks out towards the members' wing. Up goes Keogh, can't mark. The ball slides behind Pittman, paddles the ball out to Goodwin by hand to Costa. Costa on the wing for the Crows, kicks it towards half forward, and the mark taken by Rintoul, who made a costly error a moment ago. He's 65 metres out. He sits it up. It's a wobbly kick. It might beat the pack, or did it come off a finger? We'll have to wait and see. He's put it through. I thought it might have come off the fist of Hudson, but the goal umpire and the field umpire were equidistant, about 15 metres away from the action. All clear given, and the goal kicked by the Adelaide Crows. They're 7-10-52, St Kilda 8-11-59. Mike Noonan.
Yes, and just when everybody starts to feel that St Kilda are back on top, this is this trait that I keep saying about the Crows. They just keep on coming. And many times when we wanted to see them, fall by the wayside over here, they just keep on coming. And at the moment, well, they're a little bit closer, and anything can still happen.
7 points again. 8 minutes in. Crowd roaring itself hoarse. Wren wins to Jarman. Quick hands to Johnson. Well tackled by Thompson, though, and the ball spills. There'll be a ball up just outside the centre circle. Neat work by the Crows, but St Kilda's tackling enough to check them and prevent the breakaway. 8 minutes on the clock. Umpire Nash bounces the footy. Cook gets a run at this and gets the tap. Thumps it forward for the Saints, up towards half forward. Coming against it, though, James does well to Johnson, to McLeod, through the centre. Steadies on the right foot, kicks towards Smart, under the ball. Doubles back with good recovery. Hudson with him, and Shanahan close to the scoreline. Shanahan takes it over. And there is one straight kick in it. 8.5 minutes into the third term. St Kilda 8-11. Adelaide 7-11. No Westgate Bridge, no Murray Bridge this afternoon, Crackers.
No, it's too hard to call this one. They're a bit shaky in defence at the moment, St Kilda.
Kick in by Peckett beneath the big scoreboard. City end. He wants a target. Jones lurking at centre half back. He goes beyond him and sees Daniels just outside 50. Hand passes to Jones. Flicks the ball over the top to Zilla. Through the middle he goes. One bounce. Runs to centre half forward. Gets encouragement from Lowe. Bombs the ball in towards the forward pocket. Hall is there. He'll knock it across the Winmar. He does, but it's just dropped off the hand pass by Edwards just in the nick of time. And the ball out of play. Right forward pocket, Punt Road end for the Saints in a lightning defensive move. A scoring chance here. St Kilda 59, Adelaide 53. Boundary throw in. Low in ruck with Rand. Low kicks the ball in towards full forward. Oh, it's a bad bounce. It slides out towards the goal post. In fact, it was always heading with a leg break out there. But it was worth a bit of a mid-air shot by Stewie Lowe. Almost came off and a behind to the Saints. 8-12-60 to Adelaide 7-11-59.
Hart wastes no time and delivers beautifully. Finds Johnson between back pocket and flank. Spearing kick is good, but well played. Keogh getting a hand onto it against Ellen. Flicking it down and then hand passing to Harvey. Just outside 50 on the boundary. Up to the pocket. Hall and Caven. Neither marks. It's over the boundary line. Throw in. Right forward pocket for the Saints. Caven in good position there. Hall lunging late. But after that flurry of 3 goals early in the second quarter, he's just become a little over-aroused, one fancies. At the throw-in, Wren in front. McLeod climbs into it third in line. Belts it the Crows' way, gains about 15 metres. Over the boundary again, and Connell crashes. A member of the paparazzi takes her with camera to the ground. I think that might be Angela Wiley from The Age. Very respectable photographer. Picks herself up. Dignity only bruised. At the throw-in, Wren in front of Lowe. Lowe tries to get it to the back and give Winmar a bit of a chance. He paddles. Teammate gets in his way, Thompson. So do about 3 Crows. Pack ball up. 45 out from St Kilda's goal front. 11 minutes. 8-12 to 7-11. The Saints by 7 points.
PG. Wren knocks it behind to Caven. That was dangerous because it was towards St Kilda's area. Hall comes in. Caven gets a hand pass to Pittman, who leaves it out to Goodwin, who he kicks out on the full. And the free kick to Nathan Burke of St Kilda, about 60 metres out from goal, right in front of the ghost of 13. Half forward flank. The Saints towards the Punt Road goal this term. 11 minutes in, they lead 60-53. The kick by Burke in towards Lowe at centre half forward. Caven the punch. Front of the pack, Heatley, clean bowl by it. The ball comes to Goodwin, hand pass across, and is taken away by James, who kicks up towards the middle. It comes off the pack, taken by Bickley at the Crows. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Shanahan the punch away. Jarman goes to ground, and like last week, he stops and appeals while play goes on. Picked up by Shanahan. Shanahan's clearing kick out towards the players' race in front of the Great Southern Stand. It's out on the full, and the free kick to the Crows. It'll be taken by Chad Rintoul. Goes sideways to McLeod, who's done well. McLeod just down from the wing. Goes short to Connell. George bounced off his chest, and he just got it. But they're just on the attacking side of the centre circle. Now the kick inside 50 at this time. The lead from Jarman, almost chopped off by Keogh. The ball rebounds off his body, but it's taken by Edwards, who goes short across the half-forward line. And James is marked for the Crows, about 55 metres out from goal. They're trying to set something up. They had 3 or 4 possessions, about 75 out to try and get something set up. They have set it up, but it's a little further out than they anticipated. 60 metres out. The kick by James in towards goal. Oh, mark taken behind by Caden. Ellen, who's dropped back from defence up towards forward again. And he's marked between the goal and behind post, about 2 or 3 metres out from goal. The man is 5 metres out on the mark. He'll come in for his third goal, and he puts it through to the joy of the Crows fans at the main scoreboard end. 13 minutes into the grand final, third term. Guess what? It's a point the difference. St Kilda 8-12-60. Adelaide 8-11-59. A word from Peter Knights and Tommy Hafey.
Yeah, terrible mistake by Rod Keogh. Whether it was his man or not, Allen, he just walked away from him, and Allen's just taken an uncontested mark. No one within 10 metres, right almost in the last line. A real bad error by Keogh, who refused to take responsibility.
Yes, they've made quite a few mistakes. You've got to make certain you're accountable. You pick up your man.
Crows right back in it. Up to their eyeballs. A point the margin. 13 and a half minutes third term. Umpire Nash bounces and Wren wins. Gives them 20 metres. Daniels there for St Kilda. Gives it to Burke. Kick goes nowhere. Stolen by McLeod. Breaks away. Has a bounce. Keep coming, they say. He's tackled. Gives it to Connell. Terrific hip and shoulder by Wakeland. Ball spills. Picked up by Daniels. Hand pass to Zilla. Sideways kick and the Saints are away. Hudson runs off the 50. Trying to draw Costa to him so he can loop it to Aussie Jones, and he does. Jones on the wing. Stabs a little kick towards Hall. Awkward half volley for the big fellow. In goes Peckett. He's tackled. Hall's got it again. Backwards to Harvey. Breaks away out towards the boundary. Hand pass to Lappin. Just on for Brown. Keeps it in on his left foot. Kicks very high. Under it is Cook. Can't mark. Good mark for Adelaide. Taken by young Goodwin. Brave effort that. Goes wide. And in the clear it's Bond. Breaks away down the southern side. Couple of bounces. Spears a pass to Smart. Takes the mark 60 metres out. Jarman's one out with Shanahan. He goes for him and he's got it.
Trouble now. Trouble for St Kilda in the last 2 or 3 minutes. They've started to open this up a bit.
Jarman can give Adelaide the lead halfway through the third quarter. Suddenly it's St Kilda breaking down up front and cracks showing in the defence, although that time the movement of the ball was so swift that there wasn't much they could do. Man on the mark, 40 metres out, the angle about 45 degrees, and Darren Jarman is a wizard. In he comes. And he kicks a goal. The Crows have hit the front in the grand final by 5 points, 9-11-65. St Kilda 8-12-60. The Crows have come out and kicked 4 goals to 1 since half-time.
It was a wonderful mark by Goodwin under a real pressure at half-back. When that one of the young kids, the unheard-of kids in a sense, takes a terrific mark, changed the run of play. They had a couple of blokes sitting out, or St Kilda over-committed, got it down. If you can get the ball into the space in front of Jarman at full forward, he's going to hurt anyone. So it was a
third term, wonky old bounce. It favours Wren, knocks it forward, but Daniels there for St Kilda. Hand pass to Harvey, rides a bump from McLeod, can't get a good hand pass away. Daniels accepts it eventually and is thrown to the ground, and there'll be another ball up in the centre square here at the MCG. St Kilda 8-12-60, Adelaide 9-11-65. 4 goals to 1 this term by Adelaide. From the ball up, Wren got a finger to it. Johnson is there. The ball punched away by Connell up towards half forward to Costa. He goes to ground. Bickley is there. Harrisman from Zilla. Zilla toe pokes the ball out towards Keogh. He's collared. Gets it out towards Jones. Jones has killed it back towards Zilla. Zilla's outside 50. Well tackled by Robin. Lost possession but picked up by Thompson. St Kilda. Oh, they're under enormous pressure. Jones can't get it to Thompson. In goes Peckett. Oh, but somehow it comes out from Zilla. Oh, great play, Zilla. Gives it across towards Aussie Jones, who finds Lowe on the member side wing. The Crows lead by 5 points. Stewie Lowe, oh, it's a shocking kick off the inner side of his boot. Out towards 50. Hall is there. Heatley tries to keep it in. Hand pass towards Winmar. Pursuing him is, good work by James. He stood in Winmar's path. And after doing all that good work, James has put the ball out of the full. And the free kick to St Kilda about 60 metres out from goal.
It's crunch time in the grand final. They are throwing everything at each other now. Heatley sits it up, 25 out. Lowe can't get into the contest, and Wren, standing like the Eiffel Tower, takes the mark for Adelaide. 10 metres down from the edge of the goal square and chips it sideways to the gallant Hart in the back pocket. 17 and a half minutes in the term, and you see the Crows visibly sensing that the grand final is swinging their way. Hart chips to Wren, who kicks around the members' wing. No one can mark. Off the pack. Robran had it at his feet. Rintoul over it for Adelaide. A pack, a ball up. These are the moments now. 18 minutes gone in the term. The Crows hitting St Kilda with everything. And the Saints now have to dig deep. They have to find an extra level. At the ball up, Cook gets the tap. It hits Burke's boot and deflects away from Harvey. Now it's off Jones' boot accidentally. Out on the full, a lucky free kick to Adelaide to be taken by Costa right below us, right on the members' wing. Precisely equidistant from each team's goal. Costa to kick into half forward. Will land at about 60 metres out. Bickley in front. Zilla the spoil at the front. Rintoul on the left foot. Chipping kick to Ellen, who marks at the 50. Hart points towards the sticks as he picks himself up. The distance a big tester here. Down from half-back comes Pittman. Lowe following him. Ellen goes back. 19 minutes on the clock. The Crows are 5 points in front. After St Kilda led by 13 at half-time. Takes a long time. Not much movement for him at the moment. He's having a shot. From 55. It is a handsome kick. It is a great goal. The Saints are in trouble. Heatley's coming off. Neil back on. Adelaide by 11 points. 10-11-71. St Kilda stationary. 8-12-60. Mike Noonan.
Yes, well, it's obvious that the Crows, they've just got that ruck strength at the moment. I still think it's giving them the down ground players, the first use of the ball. They're using it extremely well, and they're getting the ball down forward very, very quickly. Now, you watch it, whenever they get hold of it, they'll move it on very quickly so they can play to a pretty small forward area.
Crows 5 goals to 1 this term. They lead by 11 points up that time. Centre bounce, up they go and ruck. Oh, big knock by Cook, but knocked back by Ellen, the former Footscray player. Up towards half forward, Harvey is there. Might have been taken high. Bickley applies the tackle on a St Kilda player. And there'll be a ball up between the 50-metre arc and the centre square line. 60 out from Adelaide Crows goal. Someone holding the back of his neck there. It's Harvey. Adelaide 10-11. St Kilda 8 goals, 12. Umpire Kennedy bounces the ball. Up goes Wakeland and Robran. Robran wins straight to Harvey. Runs into the brick wall. Good tackle there by McLeod. Through the pack comes Thompson of St Kilda. Gets it out to Burke. Burke's clearing kick out towards the wing. Lappin there not having a good day. James has outmarked him. Lappin's been a fair time on interchange. James goes short to Wren, who's getting better as the game goes on. He looked to be almost dead and buried just after quarter time. He looked very tired at the quarter time break, but he's come back very well. And he's marked between halfback and centre. Kicks it out wide, looking for Pittman. Oh, his soulmate has taken a mark, Pittman. But the Crows about 70 metres out from goal. And it is all Adelaide Crows at the moment, as exampled by the scoreboard since the half-time break. The kick by Pittman. It's a high ball. Someone might take a screamer. They need it behind the pack. Caven has the shot for goal. And don't tell me he's kept it. He's put it through. Another goal to the Adelaide Crows. This has been a championship quarter of football by the Crows. They've kicked 6 goals to 1. They're 11-11-77. St Kilda 8-12-60. Neil Barn.
Well, what it does is just it reinforces what Michael was saying about the ruck strength. You had Cook there not picking up Wren.
Wren climbs and wins. Harvey in front of Johnson. It spills off them. No one can break. There'll be a ball up just outside the centre circle. We've just heard from the Melbourne Cricket Club that the crowd is set to be an AFL record. That is, since the start of the AFL and the new Great Southern Stand, close to 100,000. Not even reached the 6 figures. At the ball up, Harvey has it. Quick kick into half forward. They desperately need a goal. Pittman spoils low. All Adelaide at the front until Cripps arrives. Beautifully tackled. Gets off the hand pass to Harvey. Runs into trouble. Left foot kick, sitting it up for Neil. Can't mark. Just in from the boundary. Can't keep it in play. There'll be a throw in. 11-11 to 8-12. 6 goals to 1 for the quarter. Not quite 23 minutes gone. At the throw-in, desperate tussle here, Cook and Wren, neither really able to gain an advantage. Wren a hand pass, Costa tackled, hand pass is blind, straight to Thompson, who weaves around the boundary, steadies, 60 metres out, long ball, but out towards the behind post, out on the full. Saints can't find the way home. Freest scoring team in the competition, can't kick goals, it's all dried up. Free kick to Caven in the back pocket.
Crows 77, Saints 60 at the MCG. Caven back pocket, he kicked their last goal up forward a moment ago. Kicks outside. Oh, McLeod takes a beauty for the Crows. Gets a hand pass out towards Thompson. He's been terrific. Now Johnson dodges and weaves, gets a hand pass up towards centre half back, and it's taken away by James, who kicks to half forward. Mark taken about 65 out by Jarman. And they look to be pretty emphatic at the moment, the Crows. Jarman, no one home. Bombs it in. It needs an off break. No, it takes a worn break. Out towards the pocket. Picked up by Smart. Hand pass out towards Bond. Hudson there. Our boundary line close, and Hudson works it over for a boundary throw in. They're under enormous pressure, the Saints. 20 metres out from Adelaide's goal beneath the big scoreboard. 11-11-77. St Kilda 8-12-60. 24 minutes in. Third term. Wakeland knocks it down behind. It comes down towards Thompson. Paddled straight to Bickley, who was tackled. And that was a good tackle too, because the St Kilda player could have taken him high as he put his head down and came into his body. That was Ziller, I think. And under the circumstances, that was a very good tackle not to give away a free kick close to goal.
Crows pressing again, 24 and a half minutes. Another one here would be disastrous. Dangerously towards McLeod. He's got it. Has to go backwards. Robran hasn't done a lot. Left foot trickles off his boot straight to Burke, who clears for the Saints. Around towards the southern wing. No one able to mark it. Low first man there. Didn't accept it at the first bite. In goes Neil for the Saints to try and hold it in, and does. There'll be a ball up on the centre line. St Kilda desperately needing to pull back at least one. 25 minutes on the clock. The threshold of that and the flag. At the ball up, Wren gets the tap. Harvey, though, runs onto it for the Saints. Uses the acceleration. Breaks away. Kicks low into half forward. James for Adelaide couldn't mark. Attacking the ball was Edwards. Winmar swoops. Left foot snap. Goal! St Nicky finds some magic, and the Saints start the long climb back. Adelaide 11-11-77. St Kilda 9-12-60.
The Crows by 11 points, close to three-quarter time. Centre bounce, won by Cook. Knocks it just marginally forward. Now let's see, through the pack comes, will kick off the ground by Thompson up towards half forward, but it's cleared away by the Crows. Out towards the wing. The ball bouncing towards the boundary right below us. Wakeland will get there first in front of Robran, and there will be a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for the Crows. Tommy, what do you make of it?
Very important goal, that one, of course, because it was completely against the run of play. I thought they were gone for all money. I was nearly going to say it.
Crows by 11 points. Robran gets the boundary by hand to Harvey. Harvey kicks up to half forward. Good mark taken by Heatley. Cook, is it? Well, he's on the interchange, Heatley, at the moment. He was taken off about 6 minutes ago. Cook taking a long time. 27 minutes almost on the clock in the third term. Kicks it towards Hall. One grab, one hand. He's been paid to mark. He wasn't quite sure. He looked as if he thought he might have to play on.
He was thinking of passing. He had an option inside.
Yeah, with Tony Brown was inside.
Now Barry Hall is going to load up for a goal here. He's kicked 3 goals, three in about 3 minutes, just after quarter time, which set the Saints on their merry way, but they've hit a brick wall since then. Hall. Left half forward flank, punt road end. He sits it out to the right. It stays out there. It's going to land a few metres short. It's in the goal square. Harvey. He gets it. He's tackled. Hand pass to Lowe. Lowe's kick doesn't travel far. Chance for Winmar. The ball worked out towards the boundary by Lowe in ruck. He may have taken Wren to the ground. The ball only 15 metres out. Wren gets a hand pass right across the half-back line. That was good vision. Although Lappin is there. Tackled by Hart. Hart takes he and the ball over. And the Crows just working the ball marginally further away from St Kilda's goal.
Ballpark in mid-year, it was Adelaide 76 to 66. It's currently 77 to 66 with a bit over a quarter left. At the throw-in, a pack forms, collapses, and there'll be a ball up 20 metres out. 28 minutes on the clock. Brand measure each other off. Caven tackled by Winmar. Let go of the footy just about. Another pack, another ball up. Still just a kick from St Kilda's goal. What can Lowe do to try and give his team the break? Wren gets the tap down towards Johnson. Percentage play up towards the boundary. Now goes backwards towards goal and Caven. Kick smothered. Lappin across the body. A goal! What was it touched? It was touched. It didn't quite carry home. Difference 10 points. 11-11, 77 to 9-13, 67, 29 minutes.
By 10 points to kick in by Hart from the punt road end around the member side. There it is. It's three-quarter time. Terrific turn by the Crows. They added 6 goals, 1, and the Saints added 2 goals, 2 in that turn. So they completely outscored them. The Saints by 13 points at half-time, and at three-quarter time in the grand final, Adelaide by 10 points. 11-11, 77. St Kilda 9-13, 67. 90-97 grand final. Up goes Wren, knocks it up towards centre half forward. Robin is there, tries to get a hand pass away, but it's stolen by Zilla. Light rain falling at the MCG. Mark taken by Keogh. Attacking side of the centre for the Saints. Adelaide lead by 10 points. The kick beats the pack. It goes back towards Hall. Can he pick it up? He should. Soccer off the ground. It's been worked through by Caven. Hall bent down to pick it up. One would have thought he might have tried to have a little toe poke from about 20 metres out. He was on a 45-degree angle. Took too much time and rushed through by the Adelaide defence.
He's got to pick it up smooth. Come on.
Didn't work.
Oh, yeah, well, it wouldn't have worked if he had a sock at it. I can guarantee you that.
Might have done.
No, it wouldn't have.
Hard to put the ball back into play. 9 points the margin. Goes southern side and goes long. Out over the 50. The lights are on now. The weather's transformed off the pack. Saints, if they can keep it in, are a chance. They can't. It's over. Keogh winces as he picks it up on the wrong side of the boundary line, sensing the breakaway opportunity that slipped through his fingers. Throw in Cook and Wren. Cook front position. McLeod arrives and climbs, brings it down to Johnson. Well tackled, dispossessed. Winmar over the ball. Clever left hand pass. Harvey and Daniels in each other's way. Harvey's lost the footy. Picked up by Connell. Quick kick but straight to Jones, who takes the mark for the Saints. Board of centre. They desperately need the first goal of the quarter. Jones centering ball to within about 40. Hall with 3 against him, and Ellen in the back half takes a soaring mark. Tremendous effort for Adelaide at centre half back.
Crows lead by 9 points, 2 minutes in the final term. The kick by Ellen up towards half back. It's a free kick against Cripps. It's going to the Adelaide Crows to be taken by Chad Rentoul. Half-back flank coming around the member side. He thought about going to Caven, who's out on the wing. Decided not to, then kicks up towards half forward, looking for Rotherham. Wakelin the spoil. Rotherham holding on to Wakelin. Picked up by Caven, who's done well. Hand pass to Pullman. And it's taken by Hudson. Handball across to Hall, who might be playing in defence. Chops his way through with strength. Gets the hand pass to Daniels. A floating but long kick up towards half forward. And the ball is out of play. About 60 metres out from St Kilda's goal in front of the MCC members area. Adelaide 11-11, 77. The Saints 9-14, 68. Final term, 2.5 minutes in.
Ball a little slippery. Suddenly it's all a bit harder. They're also just a bit tired. At the fall, McLeod covers it. Harvey tries to swoop. Can't take it with him. Crows, tremendous physical effort. Wren gives it to Connell. Quick kick up towards half forward. Robin, one grab. 2. Takes the mark. 75 metres out. As Adelaide turn defence into attack. Coming down the middle is McLeod. Runs onto the ball and keeps running to 55. Kicks long. Getting back. Shanahan marks it just inside. It was going to miss anyway. Took it between the goal and the behind post. Chips a little pass. to the trusty Burke, who marks and feeds off to Peckett. He can run down a vacant corridor. Couple of bounces, McLeod bearing down. Gets his kick to the wing and Lowe needs to mark one. Can't. Winmar onto the spill. Great smother. Pittman coming across. Ricochets it out of bounds for a throw-in on the members' wing. 3.5 minutes. Still no goal in the final term. The first one absolutely critical. The Crows lead by 9 points.
And Stewie Lowe down on marking today. Only 3 marks so far. From the throw-in, Wren knocks it forward. Harvey gets back there first for the Saints. This way, that away. Does well. Tippy toes through the wing. Kicks up towards centre-half forward. Caven dropping back as marked. Defensive centre-half back for the Adelaide Crows. Plays on quickly. Kicks the ball from half-back. It's coming up towards the point of the square at half-forward. Oh, it's going to be against Cripps to hold it on. Rintoul of the Adelaide Crows will get a free kick. 65 out, has a bounce. They're closing, but he kicks long down towards Shanahan. Almost a mark to... No, free kick to Jarman, being held. No, is it going the other way? We'll wait and see. It's going to Jarman, I think. Against Shanahan and St Kilda for holding on, obviously. Cherikovsky's about to come on. But what did you think, Barm, on the replay?
Well, it's a very easy way out for the umpire, that one. The grand final is decided by things like that. Doesn't seem right.
Well, 7 free kicks only in 2 quarters. You've got to be really positive that it's so close to goal it's being earned.
I don't think what Shanahan did stop Jarman.
He's put it through. Jarman's kicked the goal. He's kicked his second. And the Crows get their 12th at the MCG. They're 12-11-83. St Kilda 9-14-68. Swan Mackay.
It's into the last quarter. Plenty of time left. But where are those goals going to come from? Umpire Kennedy bounces the ball. Cook gets a good run at it and wins. Taken by Keogh. Squirts a hand pass to Harvey. Left footer into half forward. Big men up, no one can mark. Hart, the only one waiting down, covers it, takes it to the boundary, shields the St Kilda players from it with his body and sees it over. Throw in 30 metres around from St Kilda's left behind post. They must find some precision as they work their way towards goal. It is lacking at the moment. Pittman and Lowe wrestle. Lowe cleverly. Burke snaps towards goal and kicks a goal. The co-captains, brilliant work, Stuart Lowe, used the body, masterly little palm to Burke, who snapped as though he was shelling peas. 12-11-83, 10-14-74, Crows lead by 9 points.
I don't want to say I told you so, but who's picking up Burke, do you think? Is that McLeod?
Yes.
I think he does. He just doesn't pick up, and they're going to straight to Burke and he's kicked the goal. See, he's not looking at Burke at all.
Up they go. 50-50, hard to tell who won. But Burke is there. He's claimed by Jarman. Loose ball comes out to Brown of St Kilda. It's a high ball. Ellen underneath it. Out there is Thompson. The ball punched away by Ellen out towards the boundary. Keogh is there. And it's picked up by Thompson of St Kilda. Gets the hand pass to Daniels on the wing. Kicks into half forward. Wren dropping back. Can he mark? No, they've spoiled him. Out goes Heatley. He gets a hand pass, but straight towards Goodwin, who clears for the Crows through the middle on the bounce to Rintoul. He's lost it. Shanahan there. Picks it up for the Saints. Squirts the ball out towards the wing. Keogh and Connell. Keogh's got the front position. Keogh of St Kilda picks up. Kicks it towards Lowe. They need a big mark. Oh, they need a mark, but so do the Crows. And coming back like the wall of China is Sean Wren to mark between centre half back and full back for Adelaide.
He kicks long towards the middle of the MCG where Cripps from behind has the run at it. Brings it down to Harvey. He'll have to get his kick. He does. Into half forward and Sirakovsky takes the mark and then falls flat on his bottom in his haste to get back and kick it to a target. He's marked at the 50. Winmar in short, but he doesn't. He hooks it across ground to another target. Keogh up, can't mark. Connell has it to himself, kicks quickly out towards the boundary and over for a throw-in. Still half forward flank for the Saints. 8 minutes on the clock, 83-74. The Saints lead by 9. Saints digging, working their way back with a goal to Burke and looking for another now to draw to within a kick. At the throw-in, Wren first hand onto it, made nothing of it. Cook picks up, unloads to full forward. Sirakovsky, one grab, couldn't get the second onto it, and it's mopped up by Caven, who breaks away. Winmar in pursuit, 2 bounces. He can keep going, he doesn't. He kicks towards a teammate running down ground. Costa has to paddle and wait for it to bounce. He's got it, 55 out, left-footed to Jarman is perfect. Great delivery on the non-preferred side, and Darren Jarman creating havoc at the same end as he did last week.
Jason Cripps caused that. He should have ran to the player going down, but he'd opted for the soft option to run to his man.
30 metres out, angle a bit worse than 45 degrees, but if anyone could thread it, Jarman could. Sirakovsky off Lappanon. St Kilda looking for a formula up forward. Kick is magnificent, splitting the middle. A premiership kick from Darren Jarman. The Crows by 15 points again. They look to have the answers. 9 minutes into the final turn. 13-11-89. St Kilda 10-14-74. Tommy Hafey.
No, I'd say St Kilda are gone. They just can't get enough of the ball, and they're making so many mistakes now. And I think they're just to spend force. And the fact that the Crows have really lifted a notch, and it's to their credit. They've just got runners and they've got numbers at the ball every time, and they're able to steady, do anything they like. I think it's St Kilda heading to the St Kilda junction.
Lead by 15 points, 10 minutes in the final term. Centre bounce 50-50 taken by Jarman. Gets a hand pass to McLeod. Out towards Johnson. The Crows go forward up towards half forward. Shanahan out in front of Smart has marked at centre half back for the Saints, who trail by 2.5 goals. He sees Harvey up on the half-back flank, takes the mark, but he's still inside 50. Gets a lead from Peckett further down the field. Peckett takes the mark between wing and half-back. They're coming around the member side, heading up towards the main scoreboard. 10.25 minutes played. The kick by Peckett. He sits it up looking for Lowe. They desperately need him to take his 4th mark, but he can't. Wakeland dives on the ball, can't bring it in. Harvey grabbed, lost possession. Ball picked up by Johnson. Gets the hand pass away to Goodwin. Goodwin kicks down towards Robran. Alone and unattended and half forward. Has a hand pass out towards Smart. He might be tackled by Hudson. No, he does well. The kick smothered off his boot by Hudson. Flies in the air. Punched away by Peckett. It's inside 50 for the Crows. Shanahan, was that deliberate? Works it across the boundary line for a throw in 50 metres out from the Adelaide Crows goal. They lead 13-11-89. St Kilda 10-14-74.
And you can see the Crows inhaling the MCG oxygen. They have the sniff. They even have the snort, as Dwayne Russell said earlier in the year. Robran, a left-hander, was good, but didn't quite find the target. Cripps hand pass, misses the target, and the Crows have it. Goodwin swings it across the body in the Jarman direction. Daniels, though, comes across, knocks it out towards the boundary, takes it over. Throw in. Inside Adelaide's 50. St Kilda defending desperately if they concede a goal here. The dream has just about slipped through the fingers. Throw in coming up. Wakeland versus Robran. Shoulder to shoulder, and Robran wins with the left hand. Knocked on by Smart. Over the footy, Wakeland. Hand pass hoping for Harvey. He's been hemmed in all day. He gets a quick kick and smothered. He's hemmed in again. It ricochets off Robran over. Another throw in, still inside Adelaide's 50. The attendance, 98,045, which I think since the Great Southern Stand went up as a footy record. 12 minutes in, the Crows by 15 points.
Boundary throw in, knocked down by Wakeland, picked up by Harvey, hand pass across to Burke, tackled by Smart. Burke gets a kick, but it's knocked forward by Robran, picked up by Jarman, and he's kicked a beautiful goal off his left boot. 4 goals to Jarman, and that looks like it for the Saints. Adelaide lead by 21 points. Adelaide 14-11-95, St Kilda 10-14-74, Peter Knights.
Well, a lot of people say about Darren Jarman that when the heat's on, he does go missing, but I've never been one that's agreed with that. He is a professional in the way that he finishes off. There's no doubt he is as good as I've seen in finishing off, and just in this last quarter, he's virtually taken this game away from St Kilda and is going to win this for Adelaide. But well done, Darren Jarman.
Jarman, Ellen and Bond have kicked 11 between them. Adelaide by 21 points after trailing at half-time for the second week in a row. Cook gets the tap. Out towards the wing it goes. Harvey and Hart. Hart gets the body in there first. 2 against him, though. Jones soccers away from him. Has to go and retrieve. He's got it, but he's pressured. Hand pass to Lappin. Tackled, hand pass to Harvey. Hand pass inside to Burke. tackled as he gets his kick. Falls short. Adelaide 2-on-1. McLeod backwards. Hand pass to James. Coming off the defence at 50. Kicks brilliantly. Finds Hart over on the southern wing. They are doing all the winning things now. He kicks in towards half forward, but a good mark for St Kilda, taken by Zilla backing back.
Adelaide 95, St Kilda 74, 13 minutes gone in the term. The kick by Zilla. They've got to be direct now if they're going to win this. Up goes Edwards, can't mark. Ben in front, had it then, lost it, then retrieved it. High hand pass to Ellen, runs through the MCG, a little sidestep and a huge kick. It's going to land 20 metres out from goal. It slides behind the German. 4 goals for the corner, and he's put it through. 4 goals this term to Darren Jarman. And the Crows are home midway through the final term of the 1997 Grand Final. Adelaide 15-11-101, St Kilda 10-14-74. And with a smile like Luna Park, Mike Noonan.
Oh yes, we can sit here and extol the virtues of Darren Jarman, his ability to read, but you've just got to take your hat off to Sean Red. He got back across the back play then, he was able to provide the contest, then recovered on the ground, hands off to Ellen. Ellen then given a very quick entry, was long and strong, smarts in the air. Jarman's at the back, she's all over.
They held Footscray, or the Bulldogs, to 3 goals in the second half last week. The Saints have only kicked 3 since half-time today. At the ball, up the Crows, hitting it with everything. Ren a hand pass, but to nobody. Cook gives it to Burke, wrestles a kick out of the centre, bouncing limply into half-forward, fisted on by Peckett for the Saints. Crows back there in numbers, though. Defence supreme, and they hold it in and force a ball up at the 50. 15 minutes gone. Adelaide swamping St Kilda. 10 goals to 3 in the second half and leading by 27 points as we reach the 15-minute mark. In theory, time enough, but in reality, the Saints appear to have no chance. Wren, beautiful tap, but straight to Winmar. Quick left footer. Burke getting under it. He'll be swamped. Almost a mark to St Kilda. To Keogh. Off the pack, Thompson. Dispossessed. Gets it back. Gives it to Peckett. Swings it from the 50 towards goal. Hopefully, 2-on-1 Adelaide's way. Has it gone through or was it touched? It might be a goal. Goal umpire says it wasn't touched. It is a goal. Kicked by Peckett. The Saints pull back 1. They need to pull back 4 more. Adelaide 15-11-101. St Kilda 11-14-80. Crackers. Do you still hope?
Well, you've got to hope. Of course you hope. But against the trend of play, they haven't got anything down forward, and it was half-back coming down and kicking a goal. But it was a nice goal. They've just got to try and get someone. Stuart Lowe's got to put his hand up now and kick 4 goals. If he can do that, they win it. But Jarman's been a match winner down there. He's an absolute freak and a great player.
Crows by 21 points, 16 minutes in the term. Centre bounce, won by Cook, but he almost lost it to Wren, who flicks it over towards Shanahan, though. Shanahan lost it, but his teammate Zilla of St Kilda breaks off half-back, kicks the ball towards half-forward. Good mark taken by Caven. No, free kick. It's going to Keogh for a push. Attacking side of the centre. Heel, is there a player short? It's Lappin, is it? Oh no, the ball punched away by James. Again by Edwards. Lappin goes to ground and the ball is out of play. 35 metres away from goal. But the Saints in attack. Pittman's up at fullback or in the fullback position with Lowe, so they're not contesting the ruck. The Saints want some height because Wren's contesting with Cook. A boundary throw in. The Crows by 21 points. Up in ruck goes to Hart, knocks it sideways. It's still in the pack. Will it come out? No, it doesn't. Like a rugby scrum. And a ball up 35 metres out from goal. Swanee.
Well, it's good play by the Saints to hang in there, but they've got to get a goal out of this to stay in it. They must get it clear of the pack quickly.
Up goes Cook, knocks it to the corridor, but Ellen knocks it back towards the pocket. That was good play to James, on to Johnson. He gets a hand pass, cost a good use of the body. That does it well, picks it up, gets out of a Shanahan tackle just, kicks in towards the middle of the MCG. Cripps is there, holding on to Rintoul. No free kick, picked up by Peckett. Gets the hand pass to Jones. Jones of St Kilda, kicks up towards centre half forward. All up, no one down. Ellen claims the mark. He paid the mark. Well, he's played a terrific game. Handball across to McLeod. Kicks out wide to Bickley. Bickley marks between wing and centre for the Crows. He chips the ball and lead from Rotherham. Oh, he dropped the centre. One he really should have taken. Picked up by Shanahan. Well tackled by Goodwin. And there'll be a ball up 60 out as Lappin comes off and Heatley comes back on. But time ticking South Australia's way. 18 minutes in the term. 101 to 80.
Just outside Adelaide's 50. 18:04, 18:05. Minutes ticking by. Umpire Sheehan bounces the footy. Sirakovsky climbs and gets the tap. But McLeod mops up for the Crows. Chips in the Jarman direction. He's one out. He's dangerous. Can't quite mark this time. Taken by Rintoul. Hand pass to the goal square. Ellen, open goal! 5 goals, Shane Ellen, who came to the MCG for this day of days, having kicked just 14 in his career. He's kicked 5 in the grand final, and he has the Crows 27 points in front, and with the Premiership Cup at their mercy.
Just now everything works. Just to throw the handball forward, it lands in the half-back flanker's hands, run into an open goal. But Ellen has been a revelation, hasn't he? Everything he's touched has turned to gold. He's been quite outstanding wherever he's been, from that last mark a minute ago to all of a sudden kicking a goal off the goal line.
Well, the Crows 6 goals to 2 in the third term. It's 4-2 in this final term. Centre bounce won by Cook, but taken by McLeod of Adelaide. Kicks them forward. Too far for Robin, picked up by Daniels. Hand pass to Brown. It was a hot potato, but luckily this kick goes to Burke. Gets a hand pass across to Jones. Backs his judgment and pace. He was tackled by McLeod. He hand passed out in front of himself to give himself a bit of room. McLeod just grabbed him after the ball was hand passed away. Cook at centre half forward, but Jones ignores that. Time running out for the Saints. The season running out for the Saints. Now Jones kicks in towards Lowe, and he takes the mark on his chest. Only his 4th mark in this match. And how many times this year we've called St Kilda and he's taken a dozen or more marks in the game, but he would have traded probably 6 or 7 of those he took throughout the year to translate into the grand final as Shanahan comes off. Neil on. It's Stewie Lowe, 45 metres out, centre half forward. It's a shocking kick. It was a nothing kick, and it's gone through for a behind. It had nor height or distance about it from 40 out and struggled in off fingers for a behind. 107 to 81, Adelaide by 26 points.
On the scoreboard, revealing a shot of a crestfallen St Kilda fan. The red, white and black scarf around his neck, knowing that the day is not theirs, the year is not theirs. Hart kicks long out over the 50. Cook got it into his hands, couldn't quite mark. At the fall, Costa works it towards the wing. Peckett with him, though. Takes possession of the footy. All he can do is wrestle a hand pass out to the boundary and over for a throw-in. Between wing and half forward for the Saints, who at half-time led by 13 points in the grand final, but now 21 minutes in, trailed by 26. At the throw-in, front position, Cook against Wren. Burke works it towards Jones, who paddles, pursues, collects, keeps it in, but he's lost it now. Edwards has it. Free kick going Adelaide, going St Kilda's way. To be taken by Keogh. Has a call in short from Winmar. Doesn't go for that. Lowe saying lob it 30 metres out. That's what he does. Lowe sets himself. He's been swamped all day. Off the pack. Heatley. Left foot snap is a goal. He kicked the first 2 of the match. That is the first one since. 21 and a half minutes into the last quarter. And still the difference is 20 points. 16-11, 107 Adelaide. 12-15, 87 St Kilda. The Saints, I fear, need a miracle.
Yes, it wouldn't hurt. Just a little quiet miracle, not a big one. You don't ask for a big one. Just 4 goals straight away. It'll be very good in 5 minutes. It can be done.
That's why you don't take Heatley off the field, though. He's likely to kick goals just like that. He doesn't need many kicks to kick a goal, and that's what forwards and particularly goal kickers are like.
The Crows by 20 points, 27 scoring shots each from the centre bounce. It's knocked on by Johnson, but taken by Zilla. Kicks the Saints forward up towards half forward. Winmar there. The ball punched away, knocked on forward by Burke of St Kilda, but it's taken away by James, who kicks out towards just wide of centre. Now Johnson gets there for the Crows, but a teammate in Bickley tries to get it out to Wren. It's wide of centre. It comes out of the pack to Wren. Wren's kick up towards half forward, taken by Sirakovsky. Kicks the ball short. McLeod is marked, attacking side of the centre for the Adelaide Crows. He can wind the clock down. 22 and a half minutes, so probably about 6 or 7 minutes remaining in this 97 season. Now the kick, 25 possessions by McLeod. Kicks to half forward, a bit of pushing and shoving going on. Loose ball picked up by Daniels, clears up towards the wing, almost a mark to Wren. Cook is there, Bickley almost leg, picked up by McLeod, tackled by Jones. McLeod gets a hand pass to Costa, gets out of a tackle, by hand gives it to Connell. The Crows go forward from 65, Connell down towards Jarman again, ball punched away by Zilla, picked up by Jarman, has a shot for goal and kicks his 5th goal for the quarter. Five goals in the final term to Darren Jarman. Adelaide 17-11, 113. St Kilda 12-15, 87. Mike Noonan.
Oh, yes, well, he's an ex-North Adelaide boy, and you just can't wipe the smile off the face at the moment. We're watching clean take, excellent finish. But, gee, McLeod to me has been a real key with Wren, Jarman, Ellen. It's just been an absolutely superb team performance to get back and to put themselves in this position.
Mick Malthouse described Jarman last night as the Mark Waugh of football, and he has played a brilliant Mark Waugh century. Tap down to Burke, puts St Kilda into attack, lands 30 metres out. Huge pack, no one can mark. First to the ball, Edwards knocks it away from Winmar, knocks it again, and now collects it below the members. Swings a brilliant left footer, precisely to McLeod. Hand pass to Goodwin on his preferred side. He goes towards a long lead from full forward from Smart. Bond the crumb, snaps himself with the left foot and kicks a goal. His 4th. It is raining goals. The Crows are storming to their first flag. They lead by 32 points. 6 to Jarman, 5 to Ellen, 4 to Bond, 18 to Adelaide, 18-11, 119. St Kilda 12-15, 87. They hadn't kicked a ton in a couple of months. Well, today they have blitzed the Saints.
And Tim, the first real sign that the Crows know they're home.
Yep,
They've been guarded with these other goals, but now after that they've come from everywhere. They know they've got it. 25 minutes in the term, 119 to 87. It might be a big victory in the finish. Won by Cook, centre bounce, taken by Harvey, but Johnson is there. And it's going to be a free kick to... Now, back on play, something happened. And looks like Brown or Burke. Now, Harvey. Harvey's got a free hand pass to Brown. Brown runs, attacking side of the centre up towards centre half forward. Ran! Takes a glorious mark. Lurching back in the pack. He had Lowe coming from behind him, and I think Peter Cave and his teammate, but showing terrific courage. And he's marked at fullback, and he's winding down the clock as he kicks out wide to Benhard. 25-30 on the big scoreboard clock at the MCG, just over 98,000. The kick by Hart around the outer side wing. Goes to Harvey, tackled by Costa. Harvey's hand pass to Jones, gets it back towards Yerakovsky. He gets a hand pass to Neil, but it's chopped off, and there'll be a ball up on the wing in front of the Great Southern Stand.
Security men begin the long walk around the ground to encircle it, keep the crowd off it, a sign that the end is near. 26 minutes gone in the last quarter of the 1997 season. A triumph for Adelaide. Wren gets the tap, a little backhander, slyly to the boundary and over for a throw-in, right on the wing. A 7-goal last quarter from the Crows has absolutely put paid to the Saints. The tearaway top team. Wren gets the tap, picked up for the Saints by Cripps, hand pass to Harvey. Or is it Jones? It's Jones who goes for a run with the left foot, hasn't stopped trying, kicks into half forward, slides off Lowe's hands and a couple of others, and over the boundary line for a throw-in. Free kick to Lowe. Yep. Pushed in the back. Will take it out at the 50, left half forward flank. But a very difficult shot. Out of threshold distance with the man on the mark, only a couple of metres inside 50. Lowe gives it the lot. Hoofs it enormously towards goal. Winmar shepherds, and it's gone through. And Lowe kicks his second magnificent goal of the day. But alas, nothing like enough for the Saints, who still trail by 26 points. Adelaide 18-11, 119. The Saints are 13-15, 93. Barney.
Well, I hesitate to say it doesn't matter now. But it doesn't matter now. It's been a fantastic effort by Adelaide to really... They've just found something. Their fitness and their spirit has been absolutely outstanding. Just run St Kilda off their feet in the last quarter. Wonderful to see.
Crows 13 goals to 6 since half-time. The big shot of Tony Modra on the big scoreboard just a moment ago with a grin from ear to ear. Centre bounce taken by Cook. Knocked down towards Burke. The Saints go forward. Out comes Ellen. Takes a diving mark at centre half-back. He's played a terrific game, Ellen. Gets a hand pass to Connell. Connell across the half-back line, has a couple of bounces. The clock winding down. He's had 3. He might even go for a 4th. No, runs his full measure. 27 3/4 minutes. Kicks up towards half-forward. But the mark taken by the Saints on the half-back line. Now the kick in towards Brown between the centre half-back and centre. Goodwin on the mark. He plays on quickly. It's a kick out towards that centre square line to Zilla. Claimed by Jarman, who's kicked 5 goals this term. Zilla forced a hand pass quickly. It comes down and it's taken away by Neil, who kicks it towards half-forward, slides behind the pack. Edwards might run it through. No, he won't. Has poise and composure. Kicks the ball out towards the boundary. Beyond Connell. Should have pinpointed him. Chipping in his Burke. Runs inside 50. Runs to 35. Kicks it towards goal, but it's offline. The Adelaide Crows fans at the main scoreboard end going up, giving an indication that Nathan Burke's kick was out to the left behind. 28-30 in the final term of the grand final. Adelaide 18-11, 119. St Kilda 13-16, 94.
Crows have kicked 13-1 since half-time, would you believe? Hart puts the ball into play. Long around the southern half-back flank. Wren can't mark this. Jones tunnels it the wrong way, and it's socket for Adelaide by Johnson up towards the centre line. Picked up for the Saints by Neil. Hand pass to the indefatigable Aussie Jones. Kicks into half-forward. No one can mark it. Winmar might run onto this. No, first there is Ellen. His soccer shot smothered. Taken by James for Adelaide. Cleverly backwards to Edwards, who goes out to the half-back flank, and McLeod. And what a player he has been from start to finish in this grand final for the Crows. What a player he was last week in their resurrection against the Western Bulldogs. He kicks towards Johnson in midfield, and he takes a beautiful mark over Harvey, whom he shadowed. He kicks Adelaide forward to the centre. Caven coming down the ground. Beats off Daniels. Steady, 75 out. Kicks long. Jarman again from behind. Almost took the mark, but taken away from him this time by Zilla, who runs out the back pocket, has a couple of bounces, and from just behind the 50, kicks long.
Coming up to 30 minutes in the grand final. The ball picked up by Bond. He's tackled by Daniels. Ball goes to ground. Picked up there by Rintoul. A high rainmaker towards Hart, who has the composure to knock it out to Goodwin. He in turn gives it to Caven. Caven kicks it towards Smart at centre half forward. And Smart is marked about 48 metres out. Adelaide lead by a margin of 25 points, 119 to 94. The siren should sound very shortly. I'll tell you what, Adelaide will be rocking for weeks and weeks and weeks after this victory. Congratulations, Adelaide. Adelaide Crows, everyone concerned. It has been a terrific performance. And to Malcolm Blight to have them peak like they have. 4 finals. And they're finishing this match, the grand final, the most important game of them all, full of running. Smart now, 48 metres. It's a big kick. It might beat the pack, and it has beaten the pack, and Smart has put it through. Crows by 31 points as the curtain starts to come down ever so quickly on this grand final. Adelaide 19-11, 125. St Kilda 13-15, 94. Crackers.
Well, they've played well, and they're just running it out now. St Kilda have battled hard, but well, they've been probably looking dangerous all day, but geez, they've played some good football, and the 3 or 4 best players on the ground have been the Crows. You just can't take it away from them. They have really played top football.
An amended attendance of 99,645. We could reach the 100 shortly at the bounce. There it is! Adelaide wins the 97 flag. Its first ever. Malcolm Blight at his 4th attempt. 3 times beaten at Geelong. Like Robert the Bruce has kept coming back. And in 97, in his first season at Football Park, he takes the Crows to victory. 1911, 125. St Kilda 13-16, 94. The 2 coaches, teammates in North Melbourne's 1977 premiership don't meet. Blight beats Al down at the box, down onto the MCG turf, which he now bestrides in triumph. The Crows, meanwhile, his players meet in the middle. They mob each other. They are, in turn, mobbed by fans, by trainers, by cameramen and camera women. They've won the flag in brilliant style, and now Malcolm waits for Stanley Alves. Arms around each other. They walk across the ground, but how disappointed Stan must be.
He looks a shattered man, Tim. I watched him come out of the coach's box. He's walking alone across the ground.
I don't think anybody needs to be with Stan at the moment, and that's the longest walk you make. You might as well do it on your own, I suppose.
Let's have a listen to the Crows theme song for all their fans across the world. Emotional scenes right in the middle of the MCG. Malcolm Blight showing uncharacteristic emotion. And about 40 metres away, the crestfallen Saints being consoled, it seems, by their coach. An arm around the back of one, pat on the backside of another. But it is all jubilation in the middle. As Adelaide, in their 7th year in the competition, have done what their fans expected them to do. In a survey earlier this year, conducted by Coopers and Livebrand, it was revealed that 100% of Adelaide supporters expected them to win the flag inside 10 years. A few weeks after that survey, they've won it, well inside one. And how they won it, with a mighty second half. 14 goals won they kicked to St Kilda's 6-5. An amazing display of accurate kicking. But as Mike Noonan said at half-time, they crafted their goals with just